Hello and welcome to Fistivities, everybody. Thanks so much. Hi. KB here, Karyn Bryant. Welcome to Fistivities, episode 94. Tonight, Terence McKinney will be joining us. T-Rex, who just picked up a win on Saturday and over Mike Breeden, and it was his second fight in 28 days, so we will talk to him about that. It was pretty crazy, pretty awesome for him to turn it around like that. It's always a risk when people do that, so he was able to pull it off, so we will talk to him. But of course, my co-host Renato Laranja is the 27-time World Jiu-Jitsu champion. I've realized that sometimes people are new to this show and maybe don't know everything about what we do here, so I've been an anchor for the UFC for 12 years. I don't know how long some of you have been watching fights, but I might have been there from the whole time that you've been watching. But anyway, I've been covering MMA a long time, since 2007. And so if you look on my YouTube, if you're looking at this on YouTube or whatever, or if you're listening to this, whatever, you should go to my YouTube /Karyn Bryant and check out. I got stuff there from since like 2007 and stuff like that. So a lot of really cool MMA things there, not just UFC, and interviews, workouts, random clips, like just all kinds of stuff. Media lunches, Q&As, pressers, all kinds of stuff. So check it out. It's Karyn, Karyn, as you can see behind me. Bryant, as in Kobe, no relation, but may he rest in peace. So yeah, so it's an MMA show, but we also end up talking about pop culture a lot. We talk about dating, relationship stuff, all kinds of things. So Renato is a bit of a Lothario, I should say. He is not necessarily a guy. Well, when it comes to advice, a lot of the time, just do the opposite of what he suggests is really the best way to approach it. I feel like, I might have some decent wisdom, but I don't know a lot of stuff because I don't know a lot of stuff. He does know certain things. He just might have a take that is a little dicey and risky sometimes, but that's what happens. Also, I would suggest that if you're watching this at work or listening to this on speaker where other people can hear you, there may be times where that's not great for you in terms of your human resources department. I'll just say that. At any rate, we are going to have some fun tonight. Like I said, episode 94. And yeah, Little Seal, last week was lit. Let's keep her rolling. Last week was lit. Last week was our good buddy Anthony Smith, who is fighting next weekend in Singapore. So we had him on. He stayed a really long time, and we just kicked it about all kinds of stuff. I swear, I think the fight stuff with Ryan Spann is maybe a quarter of what we talked about, I guess, like maybe even less than that. Like, we got into all kinds of stuff. I even shared a clip today on my Insta, and I was going to put a little clip here too. We were just talking about like cars and your car, and when it gets filthy dirty and you want to get a new car just because it's dirty, and then you clean it and you're like, oh my god, I love my car. And what scent do you choose for your air freshener? These are the hard-hitting things, investigative journalism that we get to here on Fistivities. So when it comes time for those Emmys, I should be getting submitted. It's the only kind of submission I want. Haha, oh my god, wait, I do have one. Wait, hey, that's the only kind of submission I want. I know, right? Yeah, that was pretty good. What's up, Suavecito? Here we go again. That is correct. Uncle Hanach. Hanach Jr. lost today. Wait, is who's Hanach Jr.? I mean, which one really? Which Hanach Jr. is really the question that it comes down to. At any rate, I'm not sure who it was that lost, but anyway, I did not get to make a hit list today. I forgot, because of a few things. But we are going to talk to Terence McKinney. Then we're also going to, we will look at last weekend with the fight with Vicente Luque defeating Rafael dos Anjos in the main event. We can get your guys' opinion on that fight. And, it was a very competitive fight. And I'm just curious what your take is on that and the Cub Swanson fight against Hakeem Dawodu, because that was a very, very, very close fight. And a lot of people think Hakeem pulled off the victory. kind of including Cub, who even said in the octagon after that he was kind of surprised that he won. So we'll talk about that and get your opinion on it. We do have Chidi's choice for the fights this weekend. Now, he had picked RDA, so that's his first miss in, I think, 5 weeks or so, something like that. So I've got Chidi's choice for the main event with Aljamain Sterling and Sean O'Malley, and also the co-main event with Zhang Wei Li and Amanda Lemos. Those are 2 title fights. So we have those. Those are happening this Saturday at UFC 292. So we will get into those, get your take on those fights, and then also there's some other stuff I wanted to ask Renato about. Just some things, maybe some news items, some various. Just some things I thought he should be aware of. So we'll get into some other stuff as well. And obviously, we always take your questions, and we always get into a lot of stuff. So you're saying Cub Swanson winning in front of his family must be the greatest feeling ever. Yeah, I would imagine so. That's the thing, right? He was our guest, by the way. I think I said that already. He was our guest 2 weeks ago. I guess I hadn't said that because Anthony was on last week, but Cub was on the week before. And so, yeah, he talked about having his kids there, and they were sitting right by the octagon. And, some people were saying, like, oh, with the judges being able to see his cute little kids right there, and Kenda, his wife there, they looked at that. They were like, okay, yeah, you got to win. But look, it was a very, very competitive fight. And I don't know where it falls in the line of, hey, was that the right call or was that the wrong call? I know sometimes people might have their list of world's biggest robberies or whatever like that. So I don't know where people think this one stands. But, I think Hakeem really thought he did. I thought Hakeem won, but I guess I could see how they, it wasn't, I don't think it was the biggest robbery in the world. I think it was a very close competitive fight, and I was sitting right there watching it, like right by the octagon. So it was really close. And it's hard because they're both good guys. It sucks when you get one of those crappy split decisions that maybe a lot of people think you won, but you didn't. But so it goes on your record as a loss, and that's a few in a row for him. So I'm sure he's feeling bad about that. And even if everybody's like, "Bro, you won," it's still on your record, and it's still, I'm sure, So, i.e., yeah, you're saying you don't think it was a robbery, but yeah, it was a really close fight. It was definitely a really close fight. So I forget what the stats were on that, but yeah, it was incredibly close. Hopefully that won't hurt Hakeem, but like I said, when you have a few losses in a row, I know that starts to, it can hurt you in the eyes of the company, but it also just can give you a hard time in terms of your self-esteem and your motivation, or, some people are probably, well, I'll show them, and then other people are probably like, is this the beginning of the end? And you start questioning yourself. I would think there would be a lot of questions that could come up from that. So hopefully Hakeem is dealing with that okay and processing that. But yeah, it was a close fight. So, hey, so in other news, so I do want to ask some of you guys if today was the first day back for school for your kids. Today was the first day for my kid, and that was a little bit crazy. We were not too happy about it. And hold on. It was the first day of school for her. She is a high school senior, and it's crazy to me that that we're there already, and even she's a little bit freaked out by it. But it's kind of great. Sorry, I'm half Renato. I don't know if there's something wrong with his favela Wi-Fi here. Hold on, let me see what's going on. But yeah, so it's the first day of her senior year, which is a little bit crazy. we already are, obviously have been considering college and what she's going to do. She is an art student. And so, well, she's in regular high school now, but she's going to be going to art college. So that's just a totally different thing for me because I really don't know that much about art schools and stuff. So, yeah. So that's going to be interesting. But I don't know. I know a lot of people, I've been seeing a ton of pictures everywhere on all the socials with everybody kind of sending their kids back to school and stuff. And I'm curious for people how they feel about it. Like if it's a big deal for you guys or if it's something that you're like not even excited about or if you're really excited about it. Because obviously for a lot of people, sorry. Yeah, okay. So, hey, look he is here. So, let me just get to this because I'm very excited about it. He is known as T-Rex. He is a record holder for like the fastest knockout for a debuting fighter in the UFC. He just picked up another first round TKO this past Saturday. So please welcome in the one and only T-Rex, Terence McKinney. Hey, how are you?
You got a little button with you? That's pretty sick.
Yes. How's it going?
It's going good. I'm actually headed home. I got to go see my mom real quick. Surprise visit.
Nice. Oh, she doesn't know. Well, hopefully hopefully she's not following me. She's probably not following me on socials, but now she knows. But so you're going back to Washington then?
Yeah.
Nice. So how good did this last win feel, being able to turn that around after only 28 days?
It feels awesome because my last fight didn't go my way when I know I'm the better fighter. And I know a lot of people were counting me out. And I missed my son's birthday for this fight. So I'm just grateful to God for the victory because it made it even more sweet, And I got to take my son to aquarium when I got home. So that was a huge blessing.
Yeah, it's a big risk doing that, obviously. And it is a risk is me doing this show with Renato Laranja. But he's here now. He's on Favela Time often, Terrance. So I'm sorry that you were here before my co-host. But let's welcome him in. 27-time Jiu-Jitsu champion Renato Laranja. Hi.
Oh, God, are you? Oh, what's that black gentleman doing? He's supposed to be here later.
I know. Well, he said he was going to come later, and then he said he could come earlier, but now he's got to be because you had to catch a flight, obviously, right?
Yeah.
You had to get out of town. What are you hunting away from, my brother?
I'm just going to go see my mom. It's been a minute since I moved out to Texas. I don't get to see her that much, so I'm about to go surprise her.
Oh, you're a good son. Wait, can we move you into
Center
the middle?
up, yeah.
I'm trying. It's not. I don't know why it's not working. Maybe I gotta do.
There we go. Look at that.
So okay. Yeah, Renato, I know you got some questions for him. Get him in quick.
Well, first of all, I thought black folks, you're making Brazilian folks look bad. I thought black folks were supposed to be late, first of all. And then, caralho, what are you on, Spirit Airlines?
No, not this time. We're on United. I like to save them bucks.
Yeah, caralho. They make you pay for the extra bags, caralho. And then you have like a big fat black lady next to you eating crawfish. One time I had a lady eating a whole crab boil on there, and I was like, God damn. She looked like Patti LaBelle for her.
I bet it smelled hella good though.
It did. I can't lie, but it's like if it's not yours, it just make you angry. You know what I mean? Then it starts to upset you. I guess it's like you own fart. You don't mind that one, but when it's somebody else, then you're like, oh, come on, have some class around here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're gonna have to run fades if that happens.
Unfucking believable. But okay, so first of all, I don't know what you guys talked about already.
We were just saying how great it was for him to be able to turn around 28 days later, pick up a win, you know what I mean? And just like shake off what went wrong in the last one and turn things back around. So
let me tell you, you shook that shit off in a big motherfucking way because, when you on, Terrance, you look like a world champion. So it's in there somewhere. The question is, how can we make it every fucking time? Because I swear to God, when I was watching you in this last fight, you look like fucking Style Bender or something out there. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying you light on your feet.
You look great.
You throwing laser beams at people. You hit lats. you're dangerous, deadly. I'm saying to myself, I see the whole material for a fucking world champion. And I'm not just saying that shit. I don't say that to everybody. Some people I'm like, hey, I love how tough you are, whatever. I see the fucking challenge there, world class challenge. So I don't know what he's gonna take, but you have the goods, my brother. I think, from my humble opinion, and I'm just a humble icon of the sport, but whatever. You know.
Obrigado, brother. Obrigado.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I ain't just whistling dicks.
Easy.
Be,
So
be.
easy, Terrance. I got to be honest with you. When you moved down to train with Kevin, I was a little nervous because Kevin isn't necessarily known to be like the home by 7 p.m. You know what I mean? Up by 5 a.m. kind of guy. What made you go train with Kevin, and how has that been working out?
Actually, people don't understand. He's probably the most disciplined dude I know
Is that high?
when it's down to crunch time. Like he runs
Okay, cool.
everything pretty strict. Like, and he always holds me accountable and keeps me honest. It was definitely a big brother I need because we all know I got the wrestling pedigree, and Kevin was able to strike with Wonder Boy, who's one of the best strikers in the UFC. So like it just was a perfect fit. Like the vibes were right, and we both had what each other needed, and it just all like fell right into place. So I feel like it was all God's plan, you know.
Now this
Great.
I joined Oren and then KO reps, and then he's like meet Kevin, and then that was all she wrote.
Nice.
That's cool that he was accept you and take you in like that too.
Yeah.
But I gotta ask a question because, as we all know, the more people you know in this sport, the more time is hard. Like you have your friends fighting each other and stuff like that. In your case, you got somebody who've been like instrumental in your life, fighting you new kind of mentor slash training partner. How the fuck do you deal with that one?
With that means, for people who don't know, that's Chiesa versus Kevin, because Chiesa used to be Terrance's wrestling coach.
That one was a tough one, but like I said, I would have been happy for whoever won, either guy. I sent Mike Kess some positive words, told him he's still a champion.
Yeah.
He's still been top 15 in 2 different weight classes, and that's something no one's ever going to be able to take from him. I told him to keep his head up and keep grinding.
It's tough.
Till it's over.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many of those texts I've sent to friends over the fucking years, and it's like when you're writing that stuff, you think you're like a poet, you're like, this one's gonna be genius, and to them they hit that shit and they go, like nobody wants to be the one receiving those fucking texts. You know what I mean?
Sure. Terrance,
Yeah,
what do
for
you
sure.
want? Actually, what do you want to hear after a loss? This is actually maybe interesting for people to know. Like, what do you want to hear? Because I say the same thing, Renato. I'm like, keep your head up. On to the next one. Like, you got this. Keep rising. What do you want to hear?
I want to hear the truth, If someone loves you, they're going to always tell you the truth. And I heard the real things. They're like, you fighting scared. And I needed them to be honest with me. And I was holding back, I was being too conservative, and I appreciate.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think he was fighting?
Just mental, like just a lot
Like
of
thinking
mental
too
stuff.
much about the future, like, ooh, if I win this one, ooh, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and just like I hold myself to like such a high standard, so like losing to me is just weird because I know if I come with the right mindset, like you said, I could be a world champion. It's just like
Well, there's a saying that happens it happens in acting and all kinds of arts and martial art too, is paralysis by analysis.
Yep.
Sometimes you fucking it's good to be cerebral and thinking about shit and planning, but at a certain point you gotta let yourself. After you did all that shit, you gotta take the shackles off and go. It's baked into the cake now. Now be me, Just jump off the cliff,
Exactly, and that's what I'm gonna go with every time. Like I got good mentors, and they're speaking life to me, and they said you just gotta fight. They said, who cares you get knocked out? I'd rather get knocked out. I'd rather get knocked out knowing I tried as hard as I can.
Hell
and
yeah.
I actually came out there to fight, and I'm done being afraid, and I'm ready to put it all on the line every fight for myself.
Well, it's interesting that you say that, though, because if anything, I thought sometimes T-Rex just like went into rec shop almost like you went ahead, you gung ho from the freaking Jump Street. Whereas this last fight, you seem to take a more measured approach, and I actually thought that was smarter. Like, it seemed to me that you were very aggressive, and like Renato was saying, you had the laser beams, but to me it looked like you actually were like much more methodical, and you were and it was a much more technical thing, whereas other times you've kind of gone in and blitzed people.
Yeah, but he was loose. He was loose.
I was being technical though, but I'm bringing the fight.
Right.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
you was relaxed.
Lax.
I could see how you was relaxed. Like you was being yourself. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And the way I look at it, like, the truth comes out in these fucking things. Sometimes you're not good enough to win, and we're gonna find out. You know what I mean? Like, how can you win if you're not good enough? You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna shake out. Just be yourself, and if you're supposed to beat that guy, if you're good enough being yourself, you're gonna win. And if not, you got to go back to the fucking drawing board.
So you were feeling the flow then last Saturday?
Yeah, and I was just being technical. My coach said something to me. He said when we were drilling it back, he said, "You don't need to think about this. You can teach someone how to do this technique right now." And I kept telling myself when I was out there, I was like, I can teach someone how to fight. I can make someone go out here and win this fight. And that's what I kept telling myself.
You know, Terrance, it's this fucked up thing because all the stuff that you've learned is inside you and you can't see it. You just have to trust that it's in there. And that's the leap of faith, because sometimes all of us can go through this. You know, sometimes, like, let's say I'm teaching a seminar, okay? And people expect a certain level of certain stuff from me. They expect me to entertain everybody as well.
Three pregnant ladies,
well,
at least.
I can deliver on that no matter what. In my sleep, I can do that. But aside from that, sometimes I'm doing improv comedy in my stuff, and you think to yourself, oh shit, what if I forget how to do this? What if I don't know? What if I don't make nobody laugh? What if I,
Right.
And then you gotta think, it's in there. I know it's in there. I have the proof. I did it. I know I can't see it here. Look in the mirror, I can't see it, but it's in there, and it's gonna come out.
Just relax and let it flow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the leap of faith. Like, I know that I put the work. I know it's in there. You know, but
So
it's
who
the
do you want
brain.
next?
The brain fuck with you.
Do you have somebody in mind?
You guys know me. I'll fight anyone, and like I said, with the right people in my corner, I'll fight anyone. Like the just the confidence and the way they talk to me, like I said, like a real one. You know, they don't sugarcoat nothing. They give me in the right mindset to be ready to go out there and perform to the best of my abilities as if I was in practice.
I love
Where would you say you need to if you was to look at your favorite fighter and say what's the difference between me and him? What is the difference? Like a champion, a legend.
I would say composure, calmness. You know, I think that's the key. You know.
So with adversity?
Yes, with adversity is good, because then it makes me realize.
Wait, tilt down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
That's
with
okay.
adversity, it makes you see who's the real true champion is, you know? And I'm going to continue to show that every time. Like, people ask me, like, what's your goals? And that's to get the belt. And until that's done, I would never stop.
Well, I mean, your backstory, for those who don't know, I mean, you have been pronounced dead. You are a comeback story. You've been through
that's what I was
an
just about to
incredible
say.
amount of adversity. Dude, it doesn't get more adverse than being dead.
Have you ever seen the movie The Last Dragon?
Yeah.
With Bruce Leroy and stuff. You know, at the end, he have to realize that he was the master the whole time. It's like all the shit you're talking about. It's almost like very few people have even been through the adversity that you've been through, and you already have that. Like, you've been through the fire, and you just need to realize that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
you need to believe it. Yeah, if you don't, it ain't happening. But you have to believe. That's the only one who needed you. And see, that person is trying to eat. That old lady trying to eavesdrop in the background.
She's trying to. Yeah.
Nah, she's trying to get a look at you, uncle. She like, She's like, what is that? What is that? What is he watching? Harry Belafonte?
Well, people are
Shit,
loving this
shit.
because they're saying that you're getting it done even on a plane, so you're
I
full
like
on
that.
legend. That's from ASAP Rocky.
Even on Spirit Airline, he's still doing
Life
that
saying
one.
T. McKinney, the GOAT. Yep. Oh, somebody asked
appreciate
if
you
you get a
guys.
contact high when you're around Kevin.
Yeah, especially rolling with him. That's all you smell is desire.
That's like hauling with Chen Planet guys. You
Yeah.
just smell marijuana.
They
It
got to
smell
get
like
him on high
hashish.
rollers or something, you know?
Yeah,
They got you on high rollers, didn't they? I thought you've been there.
I almost was gonna do it. I just went there for a show, but I should compete in it this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
And Kevin,
yeah.
too. They would love that. Are you kidding?
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
live for sure. I really like
Oh, hell
Matt,
yeah.
too, who runs the event.
Well,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
guy
yeah.
was saying that, IE was saying that your last opponent cheated by grabbing
Uh-huh.
the fence. And they need to have
Yeah.
more strict rule on the fence grabs. It's
This
tough.
is true. This is true. But you know what? Sometimes, like, it's one of those things where, yes, it's illegal, but you almost can't blame someone for the reflex
Such a
of doing it
natural
because
instinct.
you try to save your ass, you know. But I think the way to do it is to immediate point deduction. You know, I think that's the only way. So that thing have to. You know who I like? Did you see? First of all, I was very surprised. Vicente Chirurque, this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
He showed up
He-
with the wrestling. I was proud.
Not only
I
did
know.
he show up with that, but he was digging into the fence with his elbow like he had practiced not even going anywhere near a fence grab. Like
Right.
it was like he's worked on it to find a way that's his best way, better than anything to
use it for
emulate
leverage.
a fence grab. And I was like, I almost never seen somebody do it exactly like that. And
Me
I was
either,
like,
but it was
I like
smooth,
that.
though.
You
It was
saw that
smooth.
shit. You
Yeah,
saw
I
that
seen
shit.
I
Yeah.
seen it.
Yeah, and it's always evolving. You know, people always finding tricks. João Jones is famous for finding some fucking shit that nobody ever
Yeah,
touched
That
to do.
shoulder
The
strike was the
eye
first one.
Yeah, the eye pokes that's the well. To be fair, Mo Howard, the Three Stooges was perfect that one, but he put his own twist on that one. But yeah, and my brother, you know, a lot of people. What do you think about you Irish fans? Is you have a lot of Irish fans because you Black Irish? That's what I heard. McKinney
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
like
the
you.
Black McGregor.
It's like a Black Irish name, caralho.
Yeah.
So, do you have hoots in Ireland or whatever? Is that how it works?
Flavi, my people came off the boat over there or something like that, you know?
Oh, what
Trade
like
lines
a
and
cruise
stuff.
ship? A cruise ship or
No,
something
not
like
a
that?
cruise ship.
What kind of
cruise
boat?
ship, brother.
Well,
Not-
they were
what kind of
packed
boat?
kind of tightly. It's
Yeah,
not
we're
really a
packed
cruise.
tightly,
It was
yeah,
more of
yeah.
a merchant ship, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you guys were selling merch.
No,
But
they
that's
were
good.
the merch.
Well, you was learning skills that
It's a slave
can
ship, Renato.
use later.
The trade route
I
for the
understand,
slave
bro.
ships was like,
as far as I'm concerned, he learned a lot of skills though that he can use later. He
don't
can
even,
learn to sell merch.
start with that.
I'm confused.
Don't
Listen,
you
I'm-
dare,
I'm confused. But
Renato.
anyway, okay.
Renato.
Then there was Black folks was create Spirit
Renato.
Airline. Wow. Now
And snakes
look,
on a plane. Then they put all those mother effing snakes on that
That's
mother
true.
effing plane.
But you know that we came a long way. You know, the so-called American Negro is now have a Spirit Airline. They have their own airline. Think of how long you came, how far. I'm impressed. Personally, I'm
Yeah.
impressed by that. But you know, I'm
Yeah, they
just
were going to name it like the Underground Railroad Airline,
Yeah,
but people
we're
got
taking
confused.
over.
Yeah.
yeah, shit. We McKinney Airline. We're gonna come up with some stuff.
McKinney
I'm gonna get in
Airline.
business. You know, I'm gonna manage you for her. You're gonna get a lot of different stuff going on now from me.
Yeah. No,
I don't
I
know if
bet.
that's a great idea. I
A
feel
lot
like
of Afrocentric.
We
Yeah.
gotta do
Wait.
we gotta do a comedy show together.
I'm with that. But let me
Yeah.
ask you something. Did you do? Wait, what the fuck I was gonna ask you? Oh, how you came up with the? Now I know your arms don't look sharp. So how you came up with the T-hacks? Where that came from?
Okay, so originally in high school, when I
Oh,
first
kinda.
started wrestling, like I would be in the T-Rex stance, like it was
Oh,
ugly.
like
Yeah.
I know the stance. Yeah.
And then one day I asked my homie, I was like, bro, why do I keep getting taken down so easy? He said, you're up there standing like a T-Rex. You're not even protecting your legs. And
You
then
was up here doing this shit.
Yeah, wondering why I was getting taken down. And then
Ain't
after
this
that,
a bitch?
I was T-Rex.
nice.
I love that. I love when someone's name don't big them up. It's
It's
like
actually
off of some
yeah.
funny shit.
Well, that's
Yeah. I
Brazilian.
I like that.
That's
But
all
that also-
Brazilians do.
True, and but it's also showed that you're not full of yourself. You know, you because a lot of people try to give themselves a slick nickname or whatever. But I like this. I like when it's a nickname that somebody bestowed upon you.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
Yeah.
the ones that people come up with afterwards.
It don't
you know,
hit
like
the same. Yeah.
like what's his name? What was they used to call Joe Lozano like creepy something or whatever, and then he was like, nah, I don't like that, you know, but like, and he changed it to
Right.
something else, and I was like, man, okay, they change it from some silly shit to like the golden child or whatever. You're
Right,
like, nah,
right,
come
right.
on, my brother, you gotta keep the other bullshit, you gotta stay humble, cara.
Yeah.
No, well,
yeah.
it works though because you wreck shop though, so it actually.
No shit.
That's why we changed it to that. Yeah. So the
Yeah.
wreck and stuff. Yeah.
I'm not joking though. I swear, when I was watching you fight this last one,
Yeah.
I was like, I'll be damned that this fucking guy. I mean, you looked very good. I'm sure I'm not the only one
Yeah.
to tell you this.
Well, plus
And
you got
I
a
hope
nice-
you can see it.
Big frame for the division too. That's the thing too. It's like you can be physically
Yeah.
imposing.
Yeah, and I was making sure I was beating the feet on the outside. Like I've been working so much footwork and making sure I'm mixing up the shots to the body. Like
It's
I
paying
said,
off, my brother.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. I seen 10 zillion fights in my fucking life, and I can see when something. I'm like, wait a second now, that right there, and it's I don't know. Only you know the answer if you're gonna be that version of yourself. I don't know.
Oh, there you are. Wait, the favela. Did somebody see your splice?
Now, my mommy was trying to call me. For fuck's sake.
What? One of your baby mamas or your actual mom?
No, my actual mommy. But she just want to charge.
But she just went right. You saw it. He's like, "Heh,
I just said like this. Get out of here.
later."
Yeah. But it's like what the fuck was I talking about?
No, we're just saying he's physically imposing for the division, and if you put it together,
Listen, if you, it just, to say I was impressed is an understatement, and I was very happy for you because I've seen these glimmers from you before, and then it's like a roller coaster with you, because. No, I mean I'm just being like you said.
That's the
real,
fight
that's
game
real.
for anybody.
Yeah.
It's a roller coaster.
So, but the thing is, a lot of people don't even have the height. You know what I'm saying? They just have this part. But you have, like, we see it, we're painting for gold. We can see that shit, we're like, wait a second, look at this fucking guy. And which is why you got a name to begin with, so it's like, it's fucking there, so it's just a question of how you're gonna bring this how you're gonna cultivate this shit, which is exciting, and that's why people want to see you fight. You don't put on no fucking boring fights. It's just how far can this kid go? Because it's a cliche, but the sky's the limit with you,
Yeah.
Literally,
Exactly.
especially since he's in an airplane.
Fuck. You know what, Karyn Bryant? God, just because it's Spirit Airline. Yeah, it's a Soul Plane. You ever seen Soul Plane? Oh God,
Yeah. Of course, I see Soul Plane.
I prefer the brothers on.
Soul Plane was a disgrace. Soul
Yeah, but
Plane
if
set
you
the
look
race
at it-
back. Soul Plane set the race
But
back.
if you watch it now, since it's been so many years, it's like a time capsule of a certain time, and it's interesting. But I'll tell you what, nothing beats the brothers on the movie Airplane. You ever seen those guys? Of
course.
Where they speak in jive. Have you
Yeah.
ever seen that? The movie
And then
Airplane.
the nun speaks jive
Okay,
too.
so you're a little young, but you gotta see on this movie.
So good.
This movie Airplane is from it's from like 1980, I think.
Yeah.
Very old, but the shit is fucking crazy funny.
Hilarious.
And there's these brothers on the plane, and they speaking jive, but it's unintelligible to everybody else, so they have to be subtitled, And it is off the
It's so
fucking. It's off the charts, my brother.
It's
I'm gonna send to you. I'm gonna send you after this. You're gonna fucking die. I'm gonna send you the brothers part.
Send it to me. Send it to me.
Somebody, IE at the pod said, T-Mac looks like the only brother on that plane. Blink twice if you're high.
I'm screaming.
Oh God!
And yes, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is in Airplane. It's
Never
amazing.
mind, never
Yeah,
mind.
like,
I've seen that movie.
You seen that
Yeah.
shit? So you remember the brothers, and you remember also there's a young man dressed in a suit, and he comes to the girl, like, he's like 12, she's like 12, maybe even younger, 11, 10, and he comes up and he's like, "Would you like some coffee or whatever?" And she's like, "Oh, thank you, that'd be nice or whatever." And
Yeah.
he's like, "Cream, sugar?" And she's like, "Oh, no, thank you. I take my coffee black, like my man." And it's so
Oh
funny.
yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
you seen that shit? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen it.
That fucking
It's so funny. It's such a funny movie.
it's one of the only. It stands up. It stands the test of
It
time.
still does. It holds up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's-
gotta watch it again. it
Yeah,
again.
Ever seen
telling
a grown
you.
man naked?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you like movies about gladiators? Yeah, that shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. But yeah, so we we're
Renato,
excited. Yeah.
I hear the captain speaking. Are they telling you got about to power down?
It's almost time. It's almost time.
But just
Yeah.
to be honest with you, you can stretch that out. You gotta pretend that you're getting hit at pictures or whatever. I'm just going through just getting hit at some old pictures.
Dude, I leave mine
Some
on
old
all the
videos.
time.
Yeah, it ain't gonna crash the plane unless it is spirit. If it's spirit, they don't
If
have
the
the
spirit
technology.
actually let him
I
go.
was kidding.
Yeah,
It's United,
somebody
it's
on there
United.
with the antenna, somebody going like this. Yeah.
Well,
Nah.
I hope your mom is
Yo.
pleasantly surprised. Like, that's so great that you're showing up to see her. Like, I love, because I just know from like different times you've fought when we've shown features and stuff on the pre-show and stuff with you and your mom and all that. And she's like, she seems like just such a sweetheart. And I love that
She's
you're
the
going to
goat.
surprise her.
She's the goat. I gotta see her.
Yeah. It's another thing that I love about your story is aside from you coming back from death and all that shit, is that it's like a true American success story, because a lot of us don't have that story of everything's perfect. We come from the Beaver Cleaver family or whatever, or the Huxtables or whatever, in your case, the Huxtable, or the family from the fucking, what's the one with Urkel or whatever. Anyways, never
Yeah.
mind that family matter. But to see that someone can be like your mom, can come from a checkered path, can come from, living a street life, and can make it through that shit and to make something better, and then for you to go through the drugs, and how many families have that story,
Yeah.
I myself lost my older brother to a drug overdose, in the early 2000s. So I know the devastation of that, and to see someone being able to overcome that, what it means to other people is priceless, So if
really
you ever
is.
thinking about fucking up, you can always imagine, like, wow, a lot of people is looking to me, not only because my color, not only for my background, but a lot of people who may think that they could never make it through and do something better. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. You showing them that you providing a beacon of light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's
Even though you're not light skinned, let's not be, you're not light skinned, but you still have some light to give. God,
Yeah, exactly. That's why I tell people, like, God got a bigger picture besides fighting, and that's why I reach back to people, like whoever's going through it. I tell them to DM me, because people don't understand. One word can go a long way. So I'll make sure I DM my fans, show some love, anything to make someone's day brighter. Because like I said, even just the hate goes a long way.
absolutely. And a lot of women who's like, maybe their baby daddy has left them or whatever, I always encourage them, DM me. Let me to heal you through the process, Karyn.
No.
I'm gonna provide
You sound like a
acupressure.
strategist. I like your
I
strategy.
am a strategist, yeah.
listen.
I provide acupuncture, pressure, and then I provide half Swedish, half whatever's the other one, deep tissue. Oh, Karyn. Yeah.
Time out. Did they just announce a delay? Because I just saw the homeboy. get up.
Good. I
right?
hope it's delayed.
I
I
think
hope
they
it's
just-
delayed all fucking night, and you gotta stay on be here, Karyn.
I hope there's no delay there.
We just jinxed his flight.
We're gonna
We
give you a
jinxed his
delay
flight.
so that people can enjoy. Now,
I love it.
This is God's plan. It's for you.
T-Rex, it's God's plan. Exactly.
Yeah.
God's plan.
God was like,
Let's
nah,
get
he's
some
on
Drake
there.
going. It is God's plan.
He's on the festivity, and he needs to be here. This is important.
No, but it's so it is actually true though, and I don't know, and the cool thing is that you do speak about it, right? And that's the thing, like when people are candid about what they've been through, maybe you don't even realize how much that helps people. Like even like Anthony and Joe Kawani the other day, I guess like posted something about going through some mental health stuff or whatever. And then I saw something he posted today. He's like, "Oh my God, the overwhelming response." It's like, if you're willing to show that vulnerability, so many people are appreciative and thankful, and that resonates with so many people because like all of us are going through hard times, and we all, you know, we know that, and we know that, but we still don't always acknowledge it. And so if somebody in your position is able to show that kind of humility and vulnerability, it's so helpful. It's really great.
Yeah, and I think that's huge for guys these days because I've had a couple of my friends commit suicide. So like, I got to make sure sharing is okay. It's okay to have feelings, like, and that's what I'm here to show people.
We got to teach
That's why you guys see me Karyn on TV, like,
good,
because like. This is nothing short of a miracle, so like everything counts.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And what a lot of guys don't understand is that crying is not unlike laughter. It's just a natural human thing.
Totally.
That is supposed to happen. But we got sold some bullshit that guys is not supposed to do that, but that's what's killing us, you know what I mean? That's what's causing us to kill ourselves, you know?
And because Renato, I've said this, that one of my favorite work memories was being on the bus in Belo Horizonte. It was like one of my first times traveling internationally with UFC, and I remember being on the bus coming home from the arena. So it's packed, you know, the fighters and stuff were on it, and like Shogun was there and Aldo was there because it was when the Ultimate Fighter was going, and Leo Santos won the Ultimate Fighter, and Jose Aldo's bawling his eyes out in the octagon because Leo Santos is his best friend, you know, and he's so happy for his friend. And I'm like, I remember seeing like Jose Aldo, like he's the freaking GOAT. He's crying. I saw this stuff. They were on the bus on the way back, and like people are singing and crying and joy and laughter and sorrow and tears. And I remember thinking to myself, man, America has got this all wrong. Like men need to be able to show emotion. And I remember thinking it was so nice to see.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's part of evolution. We can change this, and that's how you change it. More and more people, you know. I remember people used to make fun of DC, you know, for crying. Oh, what a pussy! And like, first of all, say that to DC to his face, you know. But second of all, you know, like nobody ever fucking cried before. It's like, you know, knock that shit off. It's killing you. It's gonna give you also gonna give you cancer or whatever. You know, you gotta express your fucking self, whatever that means. If that means you gotta scream, cry, laugh. Whatever the fuck, punch somebody in the fucking face, you know?
Yeah, I like that. That shows he's a true competitor, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you care about something.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. What do we want? We want, if we want to hear somebody sing, we want them to be putting their fucking guts out through that shit. You know what I mean? And when you see James Brown, you ever see fucking, his process is out like this, like fucking buckwheat. He's sweating like crazy, sweating his fucking ass off. This motherfucker is killing himself for you.
Killing it.
That's what we care about. And the fighters that we love, what do we care about these fights when people is putting their guts into, you know, like their last breath? Not someone who's like, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. I'm too cool for school. Fuck all that, you know?
It's true.
That's not what
also, James Brown was wearing polyester suits, and those don't breathe.
This is true.
Hey, so I got to ask you, though, T-Rex, because Kevin is a big sneaker freak, right? He's a total shoe guy. He's a sneaker guy, yeah. So has he gotten you into that? Has that rubbed off at all? And I know he also, because I think one time we saw him, and he had just gotten a new whip and everything that he was going to trick out and all that. So has he gotten you into that stuff, too?
Yeah, he got me joining the club, but I already was into like collecting shoes once I got in.
Yeah, but don't waste all your fucking money on shoes. Take it from me. I've made money before, and I did some dumb shit. I'll probably buy
like every time I go to the store at least 1 or 2 pairs of shoes, me and kid.
You gotta buy some bootleg shoes and that's knockoffs or whatever. I'll show you where to go.
I gotta get the Shaqs, huh?
You gotta get the Jordan, but it's like his legs is doing something different. But his arms bent or whatever. Yeah.
I'll get you those. Jordan sign him bowling. I gotta get him bowling.
And I know where to get. Oh my god! I know where to get you some fake watches and stuff like that. You stick with your Uncle Hanach. I know how to trick all these ladies.
It's called Canal Street in New York.
I tell you what, I bought some when I was making the most money in my life. I remember I used to buy fake watches at downtown in LA, like good knockoffs. And I had women. I'd go to a party. Women would be like, "What a gorgeous watch!" And I know. my father owned the watch. What a gorgeous! I just wanted to take, and I go like, oh God, yeah, it is what it is. But it's just, and I swear to God, it's a piece of shit. And it's all in your mind. It's on the people's mind.
Yeah. No, I'm cheap like that too, man.
Why not?
That's how you stay rich, man.
Exactly. You stay rich, and also you don't pay. I don't know if you got any children, but you got to understand these children is looking for a handout.
You know what?
No, I got a son. He just
Exactly.
turned 1, like I said.
And what have he did for you lately?
Cry and poop.
Exactly. So don't feel bad to not. He's a what?
baby.
He identified as a baby, but in reality, one day he's gonna be a man. And why not prepare him early?
He identifies as a baby.
No,
Nah.
he's gotta pay. He gotta pay for his own stuff at this point. Trust me.
T-Rex, did you treat yourself though? What is the one splurge like, or has it like when you got your first big check and you did treat yourself to something? What was it?
Vacation.
Yeah, nice.
Where you went? Oh God, you don't say Freaknik.
No, like all kinds of places. I was traveling left and right.
Where, like,
That's
give me
awesome.
one of the best. What was the best? And were you single or you was with somebody? Because that make a big difference, Kada.
Yeah, it does.
Well, when I did get my first check, I was with someone, and we ended up having a baby.
Nah,
So,
nah.
yeah,
That
but
point,
you're not
everything.
still together?
yeah, we still like a team though.
Nah.
I'd say.
Okay, co-parenting.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, co-parenting. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I checked
that's
that once.
worthwhile though. Travel is always worthwhile. That's a great.
Yeah, but-
it's- and I get tattoos. I love tattoos. Like,
Oh, tattoo is nice to do. Yeah, better than to spend it on the other half of the chin or whatever. There's no I in chin.
Unless he gets a tattoo of her name, then it's a problem, right?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. I know.
I'll never do
Please
something
don't.
Like that.
You never can do that.
Not for
Yeah.
nothing. I would never want a guy to tattoo my name on their body. Like it
No,
goes
it's
both
creepy.
ways.
It's creepy.
It goes both ways. Yeah, like I don't want that responsibility at all.
Now, I have to say, there's been a couple Renato Laranja tattoos in the world, and those is very tastefully done. I appreciate that one.
Really?
Oh yeah, there's one. This guy in Texas, in Houston, Texas, have he have a full arm of me at a seminar choking. It was at a thing where some guy asked me to choke his nephew, but the kid was like 3 years old or whatever. So I put like a little baby choke on him like this from the back, like a Captain America here, Dan Savran, and the kid look like he's bloody murder. He looked like he's gonna die, And somebody did an artist rendition of it. It's one of the funniest fucking thing. And then this guy got a tattoo of that artist rendition. It belonged in the Louvre.
Yeah, that's legendary. That's hard.
It is. Oh God, it's breathtaking. If I do say so myself.
So what's the last tattoo you got then?
I got a Black Panther on my stomach.
On your stomach. Oh God,
really?
I'm not gonna ask you to saw that. I'm not gonna ask you to saw another man's stomach.
Well, we would have seen it. I just didn't realize that was the most recent thing.
Yeah, and then I got like a shark on the other side, and then
Oh God. So you got them like equally distant, like okay. So
Yeah.
I see the what you're getting at. Okay.
yeah, I'm about
Not
to
too
get my
shabby.
back. I'm about to get my back done if I don't fight in September.
My fucking advice to you is don't get nothing that's of the chain. That's all. Just nothing. No shit that's that's hot in the 2023.
Zeitgeist.
You know what I'm saying? Because all that shit is you're gonna regret. You know what
Doesn't
I'm saying?
age well.
Like back in the day, people used to have the tribal shit here or the
And the
fucking
barbed wire.
The barbed wire. That there's nothing age you like the fucking barbed wire.
Dude, I said to my kid the other day when we were at the beach, like when you see a tramp stamp on a chick, you're like,
Oh, that's another thing. That's another thing. It ages them. Now, I used to like. By the way, I used to love.
That's
those
why
fucking-
chicks got them, because dudes like them.
I used to love those. They
Of course you did.
and when
you
pe-
were
and
the
girl-
target demo,
and
Lotharios.
when girls used to, but because it said something about the girl, it said like
Yeah, she's good to go.
she liked to
She's
enjoy
DTF.
life. She liked to
She's
enjoy life.
DTF.
And why not? We all here because of somebody who was finally DTF. So
Yeah, for real, huh?
what the fuck are we against that for? For fuck's sake,
I'm
like
Renato on this one. I can't hate on that.
Exactly. It's like fucking is one of the all-time favorite activities in the world to do. Yet, and we all love to do it. Yet we want to shame somebody for doing it. What the fuck sense does that make?
I'm not trying to shame.
It's the one thing that also is not going to hurt you, like drugs. You know what I
I'm
mean?
trying to participate. I'm trying to.
Wow.
T-Rex, you know anybody single? I'm single. You got any friends? You got.
You know, you need a winner. You know, if I send you someone,
That's what I tried to tell her.
Yeah.
That's what I fucking
Thank you.
tried to
Thank you
tell
for
her.
being honest.
Because I say that to her. I said, listen, you don't want none of these gentlemen that I'm associated with.
Yeah, my guys are
They're cool.
degenerates.
They're cool and shit, but they're not what you're looking for.
My guys would be cool for like 2 to 3 months. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bart of a
It's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll keep. I'm all right. I'll survive. I'm all right. But thank you for being honest. Like my older brother used to do that. My older brother always wanted to hit on my friends, but then I'd say, you know, what about so and so, your friend? He's like, that guy's an a-hole. You know, you're like, well, what? He's your
Exactly,
best
because he don't
buddy.
want to see that.
Yeah. But he was
Yeah.
always trying to poach my friends.
Well, of course he was. Everybody want to do what they want to do, and they don't want anybody doing their stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, everybody's like that.
It's
You know
just
what
because
I'm
you're their sister. They gotta be protected.
That's half. That's half. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom is young, and when she would pick me up from high school or shit like that, people would be like, "Oh, who's that chick?" or whatever, and I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here! Stop
I
sneaking
used to,
around
I
my
used to
mom."
get suspended for that. Gee, I'd fight the whole
Are you
school if I
serious?
had to. I'd have to fight the whole
Oh,
school.
was
They
your
all
mom
wanted
heel
my
cute? Was your mom
mom's-
sexy?
I'd have to fight the whole school.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Well, your
I know
mom
the
looks
feeling.
really young too. That's
Yeah,
the
she-
thing. It's like she
she
still
does look
got
young.
it like going.
How
Yeah.
old was your mom? How old was your mom when she had you?
16.
Yeah, my mom was like 19, but still, you know, if they preserved height, people think that's your girlfriend if you walk in a house with her, you know.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, we look like brother and sister.
I remember I was on the beach with my mom at one point, and we were just talking about life, blah blah blah. And this photographer came up and he goes, "Oh, you guys, I gotta get the honeymoon shot. Let me get the Give me your phone. I gotta get the honeymoon shot." And both of us was like, "Ugh," like your stomach gets sick. You're like, "Nah, that's my fucking mom." But it's funny because my mom, my dad is of African descent, but my mom is like blonde hair, blue eyes, you know. So no one even they think we saying a joke when they say she's my mom, you know, because she's young and she's blonde, blue-eyed, white woman.
You got
So
that
they go
Drake
like-
going on. You got that Drake
Well,
stuff going on.
I would argue it's not the little levels above Drake. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Speaking of Drake, and we can let you go in a second here, T-Rex. But Drake, speaking
What
of
the
Drake,
fuck he's gonna do? Sit there and eat circus peanuts or whatever the fuck he's doing on there?
he might
I
need to
gotta get some
download a movie or
pretzels,
something
man.
before
Nah,
he goes.
Nah,
I
this
gotta
is the
download
best.
some movies.
This is the
But I'm
best he
saying-
got going.
Speaking of Drake, you look like you're in a nightclub with that behind you, like like some like.
Yeah, you could have faked this. Wait, maybe we should interview some of you fellow passenger. Wait, who's next to you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
wait, did that person have a do-hag on?
No,
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, show me that again.
it's a little cute family right here.
Little
No,
family.
that person, that's a white person with a do-hag.
Oh my god. Oh my
Wow.
god. Well, people are just saying, you know, Suavecito saying good luck on the next flight, or I don't know if they mean flight or fight, both.
On the next flight, yeah.
On the
Okay,
next
well,
flight,
hopefully,
yeah,
hopefully you don't have any
yeah.
connecting flight, but
No, this is my last fight. Luckily,
where you flying to?
Spokane, Washington.
Oh, Spokane. I forgot that's where you're from. Now, wait a sec. You almost have like a draw. Where do your family come from before Spokane?
I was born in Chicago, and then I lived in Linesville, Alabama for a long time.
See?
Oh, God.
Because there's a southern bit, there's something that
Yeah.
comes through every now and then that's like a little bit, and I'm like, but he's from Washington.
Yeah, but I always try to tell people that if you notice, black folks, no matter in America, no matter where what fucking state they in, mostly they originated from the South. So a lot of the slang is the same. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you know, y'all and all that shit, because everybody first came from the South. And then if you notice, whether you go to South Carolina, whether you go to Detroit, whether you go to New York, Boston, whatever, why is all the African American cuisine the same food because everybody came from the south originally. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
all hips,
You can go get ribs somewhere, chicken
candied
wings, and all that,
yams,
right? Yeah.
fucking turkey
You guys are
wings.
making me hungry.
I
Well,
know. Me
turkey
too.
wing. I'm gonna call you when it's time to cut weight. I'm gonna say turkey wing, fucking dirty highs, cobbler, peach cobbler,
You got hungry.
The
mustard green,
cobbler.
mustard green. Oh, he
Oh,
said fuck that. Oh, okay.
oh no, no, no.
Yeah, baked macaroni. Oh God, are you baked macaroni? Oh wait,
Listen, we should probably let him get
can
going
he
here,
hear?
Renato.
You know he's not getting no fucking baked macaroni on that. You're
Not
lucky
on
if you
that
get
flight. He's lucky if he
he's-
gets some Chex Mix or
yeah,
whatever.
or some fucking you're gonna get a kosher meal if you're lucky.
Not on
if you call
Spirit.
the
Remember,
head.
he's on Spirit.
Oh
He's,
yeah. Wait, can he hear us or no? Oh, I think we lost audio.
Can we hear you? Yeah, we can't hear
Fuck.
him.
Okay, say la vie, my brother.
But
Listen,
thank you for joining us. Yeah, T-Rex.
can you hear?
Oh,
Okay, okay, fair enough.
I mean, look.
As soon as we started mentioning the food,
the food, he was like,
Don't give a
I'm
fuck
not.
outta
Oh wait.
here.
Oh no, wait. Is he trying to get back? Yeah. Okay, no. Are you there?
Are you back?
He
Okay,
thought he
okay.
pissed you off with the food.
Nah, I hear you guys. I hear you.
If he was cutting weight, he'd be fucking pissed off. But let me tell you something: baked macaroni, turkey wings. No. So anyway, so before we go, one stuff that's very important. I'm not sure if you're following your Uncle Hanach on social media, but we ain't gonna be doing no comedy shows if you ain't following me, for you know.
I will.
And also, I'm not gonna be hooting for you no more. I'm gonna hoot for your competition. I'm gonna be like, how dare this young blood disrespect me like this, Karyn?
You know, we black brothers got to stick together. I got
That's
you,
right.
man.
Even if one of us is the shade of Egyptian cinnamon and caramel, and then he's lighter and that have that good hair, but still, we still brothers. Oh,
Oh
God,
my God.
we still gotta stick together.
I
You
will
know,
say,
that's
Terrence.
why I had to have me a little light skinned baby. You know what I mean?
Oh, so your girl is white, huh? Your girl is white or Mexican?
Yeah, my baby mom's was. Yeah, she was like.
But she's white, okay? Because I
Yeah.
know they got a lot of Mexican up in Washington. Oh, caralho. Yeah, a lot of Mexican. I did a seminar out there, a few seminars. They got some Mexicans out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And they're not playing around. They got some Chuck Mexican out there.
yeah.
Yeah. People think Washington is just, coffee bean and chili leaf or whatever. Nah. There's some shit going on out there.
Oh yeah. I know. It's-
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
you
getting
got that
active
light
out
skinned
there.
baby. You got that light skinned baby. So we got one more light skin for the light skinned delegation.
Yeah, for the light skin. You know?
I got one
Thank
too.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, listen, Terrence, I'm really glad that you could do this, and I'm really glad your flight was delayed.
True.
but-
True. I hate to say it, but you lost is our gain in the fence.
Sorry.
Nah, I'm
But,
glad I got
but-
to be on here. A good time.
Me
But
too.
yeah, like Renato was saying too, you have so much promise, and you really can see it in you. And the great thing about you is that you have this really fun personality outside of it, and that's the thing that a lot of people don't have. So as long as you continue to be as candid as you are and honest as you are, and then keep fighting and blasting people like that, literally, yeah, like he said, sky's the limit. So
Yeah.
thanks for joining us, and it's awesome. It's just awesome to see.
Yeah,
Yes.
and just remember, no matter what happens, you have the championship gene in you. You always have it. No one can take it away from you. Certain circumstances and shit can happen to fuck shit up temporarily, but there's only certain people in this world that have that gene,
Yeah.
and you have it for whatever reason. So never forget that. No matter what the circumstance, no matter what ups and downs, at least you have it in you. A lot of people don't got it.
Yeah.
So you have a gift.
Amen. I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, true.
Awesome. Yes. Well, listen, give your mom our best, and it just.
Yeah, give your mom. Well, you said she was gorgeous. I mean,
No, don't
What?
don't let Renato anywhere near your mom. Jeez,
I can be a
Louise.
very.
Do not let.
I'm a very great person to.
Do
to
not
be
go anywhere near his mother.
Okay, well, at least maybe she have some friends or he have an auntie or something like that. Caralho.
She actually, you would totally try to kick it to her. Like, you totally would.
Well, maybe she
Yeah,
have an auntie.
I got the aunties on deck for you, brother.
There you go. I'll play some Cherry Pendergrass for those aunties, caralho. Shit. I have, listen, for the aunties, here's what I have. First of all, I keep some Alizé in the freezer, okay? So I
Hey,
give
you know
them.
about the Alizé?
Oh, are you kidding me?
You know about the Alizé?
I do the thug
That's that
passion
old
for.
school right
Oh, I
there.
do the thug passion, okay?
Oh
And then
my
what I
God.
do is
Sorry, it's my
I
cuckoo
say,
clock. Sorry.
I say, hey, you want to watch a movie or something like that? And then I go like this. I pretend I'm looking for a movie, and then I go, oh God, have you ever seen this 1979 Cherry Pendergrass live in Chaho? And then they go like, as a matter of fact, I haven't. I go, let's watch this. And let's see, let's just put it on. And then from that, it's a hat. You can't forget about it.
You're a smooth operator.
This is the
But
way
you
I
don't
do it.
wrap it. That's the whole thing. You even.
Well, I leave it up to my God. If my God want them to be pregnant, that's up to him. It's God's plan, kind of. I'm just implement that one.
But you don't stick around to support them. Okay.
Well, never mind. That's also God's
God's plan. God's plan.
Listen. He got the whole world in his hand. You remember? He got the whole world in his hand. That's not me. I'm not so presumptuous that I'm gonna, get in the way of that kind of.
Terrance, thank you again and congratulations. For folks who don't know, where can they find you on social media if they want to follow you? And they should.
You guys can follow me at T-Rex155 on Instagram and Twitter. T-Rex95 on TikTok.
Also, that's T Hex with a W, not
Yeah,
an
let 'em know.
H.
WRECKS.
Yeah, WRETKS. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Love it.
like hex in effect or whatever, something like that.
Rex in effect. Awesome. Well, yeah, you are just so fun to watch, and looking forward to your next fight. So glad that you could do this, and
Yeah, very glad. You're a great interview too, and not everybody.
I
That's another
appreciate you
thing.
guys. I appreciate
That's another
you
thing.
guys.
Some people's not a good interview. So you got all the bases covered, my brother.
that's what I'm saying. He's like he's got it all.
Like
God
I had
saved
to
you
tell
for a
myself.
reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
God
Seriously,
saved you
you
for a
stayed alive
reason.
for a
You
reason.
got something. You got something cooking. I don't know what you're cooking up, but we eager to see.
Well, you guys
Yeah.
might see the second part of the journey starting next month.
I'm
Awesome.
very
Well, yeah,
excited,
he
my
said he
brother.
wants to fight next month, so
Fuck
we'll
it.
see.
Fuck it. Good. That's
Stay
good.
tuned.
Do you think,
love
my
it.
brother? Do you
Yes,
think?
sir.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, Terrance, good luck
Okay.
on Spirit. Good luck. Hope there's no snakes. Hope there's
Yeah.
no.
Good luck on spirit, and tell your mom, your aunties that your uncle Hannah should have love for them.
I bet. Shoot me the DM so I can follow you, brother. You funny
Okay.
as hell.
Okay, my brother. Okay. Ciao.
Bye,
I
Terrance.
love you
Thanks
guys,
for
man.
joining
Thanks
us.
for having me
Yeah.
on, man. Stay
See
blessed.
you later.
You're welcome.
Later.
I mean,
That was an unexpected treat,
he's
Like,
such a good kid.
When I
Well,
first saw on the fucking plane, I thought, oh fuck, we got like what 30 seconds. With
I know,
this
I
guy?
know, I know. I didn't think we were gonna have too long.
But that turned out. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I might be call me crazy. That might be for some reason one of my favorite interview
Nice.
of all time.
He's just a really likable, warm
Very
guy.
likable.
Like,
Yeah.
you can't.
I loved him as a fighter, and I loved
Yep.
him. You know what I kind of expected? I expected him, for some reason, I expected him to be so shy that it would be kind of like hard to get
Gotcha.
him going
Get
or
something out of
something.
him. Gotcha.
And that was not the case.
No, no.
He's a fucking great. He's a charming young man.
He is, and he's just so likable. Like like he has a real warmth. Like when he smiles, it feels genuine. He feels
It
like
does.
he's
It
just a
does.
really,
It does. I was enjoying talking to the. Let's see what say you
I think
Fistivities fans.
most people like him. Some people have been picking on him a little bit. Some people who I won't.
About
say.
what? Oh, fuck them. Fuck. I don't even want to
whatever.
hear what they're picking on you.
Oh, he was asking if he was darker than Wesley Snipes. I don't know, but
No, he's not dark. No. He's in between.
Yeah. But let's.
That's
see.
why I wasn't going after him like I would a Gene Chalmers. Who
No,
is
I know,
dark
but
as
Dean
charcoal.
D
Dean
was-
Chalmers is look like a piece of charcoal.
Dean
Wait.
D was enjoying your Teddy Pendergrass, though. You got.
You got what I need. Yeah. The other, but What was the shit he said about that Eddie said about fucking?
You got what I
But
need.
remember, he was talking about man, he could sing. You remember? So I've learned.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know. And I'm Tito, give me
Tito, give me a tissue.
Yeah. Jermaine, stop teasing.
Stop.
But what about he said that shit about James Brown, like silly you. A sound of people say, ha, silly you. Ha, on the mind.
On the good foot.
On the good foot. Hi. Should
have hit and quit.
Should have
hit it and quit.
Count it down. Silly you. Hey.
Should have hit it and quit.
Yeah, what the fuck is he talking about?
I grew up with James Brown. Like
that shit used to
one
kill
of
me and my
the
mom.
Canon music, you know,
Tell me
icons
about
of
it.
like from my dad and stuff. Like I love James Brown because of that. Like I remember like, and you know how dads dance with the tongue out a little bit, and they're like.
Let me tell you something.
It was like I
love James
so much
Brown.
of that like imprinted on my brain. Yeah,
he's in a category. You know, there's certain musicians that they transcend even the genre of music. Like for instance, there's only one Prince. You know, there's only one fucking James Brown. There's only one Sade. There's just certain people that's like, it's not even a genre. It's like you want to listen. Yeah, exactly. But it's like you want to listen to some James Brown. It's like I could listen to. It's not the blues. It's not H&B. It's just James Brown.
Right.
Yeah, I mean nobody was like the fucking guy, and he was the hardest working man in show business. The chairman, well, not the chairman of the board. What are the Godfather of Soul? What are the fucking
Godfather of Soul? Like like
unfucking believable that guy.
Love.
Silly. Some of the people say hi. Hi!
Please!
Say my name!
Please!
Yeah.
Here we go, Elmo, right?
Please don't go.
Please.
I love this song.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I love.
I could go all.
And the funny thing was, me and my mom, we used to listen to James Brown when I was a little kid. We loved James Brown, and then we loved Eddie Murphy from Saturday Night Live because he was so young. And then when he came out with fucking Delirious and he did the piece on James Brown,
right?
We couldn't breathe. We was in cheers, doubled over a lot.
It's amazing.
Unfucking.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Two of your favorite tastes come together. Chocolate and peanut butter, and you're like,
exactly.
I didn't know I could have this. You know what I mean? Oh.
Totally.
The best.
So here's the thing. I'm not sure what you want to do. Do you want to talk about Vicente?
No, okay, I'll shut up.
I'll shut up. Do you want to talk about Vicente's win or stuff this past Saturday? Do you want Chidi's choice for looking ahead? What do you want?
We can talk about James Brown. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. How great was Eddie Murphy?
DJ Deciders are like, Eddie Murphy Delirious was so on point.
It's everything about your mom fucking you up. Yeah. Oh well, that's off Saturday Night Live. Yeah.
Dude, that was Saturday Night Live. Yeah. But
Una banana banca.
I was thinking of Whoopin' Panub the other day.
Bigger. You ever seen James Brown as Annie? The son of a Mac Tamara. You ever seen James Brown is Annie? The son of a Mac Tamara. And he's sweating and all.
Oh please! Well, this whole celebrity hot tub thing was so.
Yeah, James Brown's celebrity hot tub party.
All right. Well, Lil Seal says let's talk about Cub and Luke and those guys. So Okay. Well, I was talking about Cub a little bit at the beginning of the show before you got
Cubby.
here.
Oh well, that's this is bittersweet.
I know. But here I am curious here on.
Okay, I gotta shut the fuck up. I can't. Once I get started on that.
This was a very competitive fight, Luke and Dos Anjos.
Oh, this was very surprising because the thing that I thought was gonna put HDA over the fucking chop was what Luke came the ingredient that none of us could have imagined. And I'll tell you what, genius. And Luke is finally Listen, he's another guy. You know, I was saying about McKinney. It's like this guy have the hard materials, the fighter spirit. He got the Pojada spirit. He have the striking techniques, but he's so Pojada that like he have so much Vanderlei Silva in him
Yeah.
that he can usually not fucking help himself. You know.
Right.
That this time he finally saw. I think maybe it's because of the brain damage or whatever.
Well, right. So
I think for the first time in his life, he said, okay, I can't do this or else I might die. You know what I mean? And that's it took that for him to say, I have to fight. I have to go against the Pojada urge, you know?
right.
He fought the smartest fight of his career and he won. Because, listen, I don't know anybody who's not a fan of this guy. Same with HDA.
Same with, but that was the whole thing. It was like,
But Luque, God, I'm a fan. I've always been a fan since day one, and even though I love HDA, I was very impressed and proud of Vasanchi.
well,
know?
I mean, I've liked the guy ever since the beginning, and met
Well, you
him
like that
early.
you like the way he looked at us.
He's a good looking dude.
Who does he look like somebody? Who did he mind you of? For some reason, I feel like he looks like somebody.
I don't know who he reminds me of, but I just remember because like the whole Black Zillions tough season and all that stuff. I was working and did Tough Talk and all
Yeah,
these things. Like
tough.
I've known him since like basically him joining the organization and all that stuff, and just I've always been a
He's
fan
a
'cause
killer.
Not only, well, that's the whole thing is not even like he's a good looking guy or whatever, but like. Yeah, he always throws down. He doesn't ever give you a boring fight. And so, like, if you showed up for a Vicente Luque fight, you're like, oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
you know something's
Yeah,
happening.
yeah. So
Now, is he married or not?
yeah, he's got married. He's got a kid.
They have a kid?
permanently-
Okay.
Oh yeah, just
You know what I
one-
didn't know? I knew
I think
his
just
English is great.
He's fantastic.
I never knew he was born in fucking New Jerusalem.
New Jersey.
Yeah, New Jerusalem. Oh,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hip
So
hop.
he,
The hip hop
Right.
community is in New York. Is
In
he
New-
part? The 5% is called that New Jerusalem,
New Jerusalem. Well, yeah.
just
so
like
Jersey
they call
and all
Brooklyn,
that. Right.
Medina. All that. But that's a
Benny-
5%
right.
nation of Islam. That's a
That's
whole
right.
nother conversation.
That's a
But
whole
anyway.
other thing. But yeah, so he
Yeah.
now recently, finally, permanently moved to Florida. But yeah, was based in Jersey and stuff before. And it's like Brazilian and Argentinian. Is
Yeah, something, one of those
So-
fucking
yeah.
ones. But I didn't know he was
So
fucking
speak Spanish
born.
and Portuguese
I didn't know
and
he was
English and-
born in. He
Yeah.
was born in Jersey. I did not know that.
Yeah,
that
and the
he
whole
was
thing
born
is,
there.
yeah, and we were saying to your point, like when he's done fighting, he's a natural for commentating. Like he's just gonna slide right into.
He
the
could
TV
be an
role if he
actor.
wants.
He could be all kind of shit. I mean, he's a very good looking young.
Yeah.
I mean,
And he's
his ears look like fucking Lender's bagels or whatever. But your Uncle Henachi, for some reason, my God, didn't want to fuck with Perfection here. I have a couple carbuncles and stuff, but I was always yeah. But only the women can feel that when they look close,
And they kind of bite on it a little.
They bite them that when I go, oh, caralho! And they cause even more. But then I have them to extract that one with the needle.
Yeah.
And they think it's sex.
I
It
don't
can
know
be
about
very, it's an Afro, it's an
not
Afro.
It's not an Afro. It's like a Afro. What are you doing with that? Like I don't.
Well, have you ever extract the materials from in there?
I've never drained a cauliflower ear. No, I have not.
Well, it can be.
I actually think I would enjoy it, to be honest with you, though. I don't
It's
watch
like the movie Ghost.
Dr. Pill Popper, Dr. Zit Popper or whatever. Like,
Oh.
that's gross. I don't watch that, but I
Okay,
think I actually
okay.
probably would enjoy draining an ear.
I
think
don't know
actually
what's
would.
wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't figure out what it is in me.
You watch that?
I have to watch it.
No.
But at the same time, I fucking hate it. You know what it reminded me of? I was just talking to a young lady about
You
this
watch
last
it.
night.
Oh.
I was just talking to a young lady about this last night because she was saying she went to the beach with some family fucking reunion or whatever, picnic, whatever the fuck they was doing. They
Okay.
went to the beach and she was in the water and she was enjoying herself. The kids is body surfing, and all of a sudden she started to be aware of like shocks, and she started to get nervous, and she was like, I gotta take the fuck out of here, you know. And I said the
She
same shit
thought.
happened.
Wait, she was just scared there was one, or there
Just
actually
she
were.
started thinking about it. You
Oh,
know what
okay,
I'm saying?
okay.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
it started bothering her. She tried to pretend
Yeah.
it's not bothering her, but it's bothering her. And I said, I can relate. It usually don't happen to me because I don't surf, but I body surf. You know what I mean? Like I do that shit. And I'm not too shabby, gotta. I wonder if I would be world class if they had pro body surf, okay? But in any case, no, because I'm not too shabby. Okay, I go like this, oh, and then I'm like Jabba Jaws. I go, oh, I got you, Jabba Jaws.
Jabberjaw.
Yeah, I go like Jabba, go, oh, feet don't fail me
Oh,
now.
that's so
Okay,
great.
but I'm on there, okay? But here's the problem. If it depends on other people. If other people is way the fuck out there, I'm like, okay, we good, we good. But if I'm the last person, if I'm the furthest person out who's venturing out into like the abyss, that's when I start hearing and I don't like that, and then I start going back at least to the line. I don't go all the way
Of
to
everybody
the
else?
beach. I go to the line. I don't want to be the first, like the shark is like, oh, I couldn't eat another, but you know what? I shouldn't, but let me,
Low-hanging
why
fruit,
not?
basically.
You know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
like, and I start thinking about it, and the only reason I even think about that shit is because the fucking movie Joaos.
Yeah.
Okay, but have I owned Joaos on every fucking VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and it's one of my favorite fucking movies.
BitTorrent.
So I sit there, that's true, LimeWire, but I sit there and I watch the fucking stupid shit, and I know it's fucking polluting my mind and destroying any chance of me enjoying my life.
Yeah, it is.
But it's that good of a movie where I want to watch. It's torture, but I'm watching it. Same with the pimples and the disgust. Oh my god!
I can't watch the popping stuff. It's just too gross.
Some people have these cysts,
I don't.
and you have to
don't know.
remove
I don't
like
wanna
the
know.
sac.
I don't want to know.
What is the
I
worst?
don't watch
of,
it for a reason.
What
I
is the
don't wanna
worst of
know.
that kind of thing you ever had?
What?
That you had to. You ever had something bad
I
that you
haven't
had
had to
to
have
get?
anything lanced.
No,
or
okay.
drained
I
or-
remember years ago. I think I was maybe 19. A pore in my armpit was clogged.
Gee, I wonder why.
Well, I don't know. What are you implying? I don't know. I wasn't using like secret deodorant or something like that.
I would imagine you're rolling, you're in your gi, it's all getting
Oh!
congested and clogged and gross.
Yeah,
You
that
didn't
could be.
shower.
Well, I did. I always gonna shower, but for whatever reason, oh god, I don't. I'm not gonna get into it. But
Please don't.
it
Like
was
I said, I don't
devastating.
watch that show
It
for a
was
reason.
devastating. But I'm just gonna say, I don't know what it is. The perversion. I don't know what it is.
I don't have
well,
it and I don't
because
want it.
I don't want to see that shit in real life. But I can go down a habit hole, and then it fucks up your whole algorithm, and then everything it shows you the nastiest shit on earth, and then you're like, I wish I didn't look at this shit, you know.
Yeah, no, I don't wanna
Either you
I
like it
don't.
or you don't. I don't know why I like it. I couldn't even pinpoint why I like this. You
I
know what?
understand.
No, I do see one thing. I do see one stuff. It's cathartic to see it alleviated. Like it's cathartic to see something disgusting and see someone get hit of that. You know what I
True.
mean? Like
I will
get
say
it
that.
out of there.
Yes.
There's something about that is finished product. You know, like those things we was talking about with light skinned heart.
Mm-hmm.
Where you seen the lawn all fucked up, the property,
Right, and then they
you
fix
see someone
it
to
and
clean.
they right.
Something about seeing something fucked up, like a makeover. Maybe you have the same appeal as a makeover.
It must have that because honestly, how I was telling you, I watched the things like where the farrier changes the horseshoes because it's a dirty old horseshoe and a brand new horseshoe, and then I
Yeah,
also watched
the
them cleaning
farrier.
a dirty rug and making a clean rug. So I watched one the other day on YouTube, which I hadn't
Dirty
seen before,
hug.
and it was either in Japan or
caray.
China. I'm not exactly sure where it
China.
was. It was definitely an Asian crew, and they went in, and it was 72 hours. They do it on time lapse, and they speed it up, and then I even watch it on an even faster thing. But it was basic, and it said cleanup of the home of an alcoholic, and the place was filthy, right? So there was like bottles everywhere.
Wait,
and there
was it
like,
you place? It turned out that was the twist. It was you place, and you're like, oh caralho, it's me.
Wow, touche.
A zinger.
Look at you. What quite the zinger.
That's what's known as a zinger. That's
But
head
anyway,
zinger, like the
it
cheese.
was actually mesmerizing because the place was filthy, right? And so obviously they show you everything.
Like
and
you
this person
crib. Look
who's
at the
gross
bag
is,
behind you.
like the disgusting amount of bottles and this and that, but then like this
Pictures
sludge.
of Wayne Newton and
Oh, shut up! And
fucking,
the boxing gloves and then Wayne Newton.
Yeah,
and but
Red
and I
Hot
forgot
Chili
to turn my
Peppers.
little light on
All
the
that
chili pepper
cuckoo clocks,
posters and
cuckoo
the
clocks
wine
coming out
and
at
the old
yeah.
lanyards.
It was a fucking it was disgusting.
But it was very satisfying to see
Yeah.
this totally disgusting place turned around.
I
And
get it.
cleaned.
Yeah, I think that's the
Yeah.
mystique, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
it
it is.
That's the only thing I can
yeah,
think
and
of.
it is, and also it is something. But see, but I guess I think my thing is with that show because I can't say I've never watched it. I've watched a few minutes of it, and I guess the part that's crazy to me is I'm like, bro, it's the size of a second skull. Why did you wait?
Why
this
did you
long?
wait?
Like
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah,
just
yeah.
don't understand. The people who
I
show
think-
up,
I think
and
fear-
there's a great movie, by the way. Have you ever seen How to Get Ahead in Advertising? Speaking of growth,
No.
Speaking of growth, Richard Grant, right? Richard
Okay,
Grant.
okay. I
It's
don't know
him
who's that.
called How to
I know
Get
Hugh
Ahead in
Grant.
Advertising, and he literally grows a second head out of it. It's like a boil that grows and
nice.
starts to talk and stuff like this. I
Oh.
gotta double check that that's what it's called.
I like
but
the sound of that. That
no,
sounds
you would like
interesting.
it. You would like it. But anyway, yes, you would have to watch it. How ahead advertise.
People like to watch this kind of stuff, you know.
But anyway, it's freaky. It's freaky, yeah.
I
Yeah, How to Get
understand
Ahead in
because
Advertising.
it's
With
like
Richard
I
Grant,
had a.
that guy Richard Grant.
Oh,
and,
show me that one.
Hold on, let me show you. Let me see if I could show you an image from it, just because I want to show you. Yeah, this is one of the things. So he has a boil basically that then starts to.
How to get ahead in advertising.
Yes, it's a funny. I've seen it, and I haven't seen it in a while, but it's. Yeah, look at like he gets like a. Wait, I can't. Like he gets like it.
This
starts
is
to grow
intriguing.
Like a little face and head.
Ooh, like it's like Quato. It's like a Quato.
It's like
from
what?
fucking-
Start the reactor.
I was at the dog
I
park
love
and
that.
some little dog that was like
Oh no!
this
Somebody
fucking.
named their dog Quado.
It was like a chica, fucking chihuahua that was overfed, so it was like a fat sausage, like this fucking fat, like a sweet potato, and it had like a fucked up eye like that, and it came out, and it was being so sweet to me, and I was like, look at this little fucking guy, and I pick up this little potato, and on his fucking thing it says Coato, and I was like, whose fucking dog is this? And the guy was like, that would be me. And I was like, please,
You might be
Chami,
my best
please,
friend.
you named him. You named him after fucking Toto Hika. And he goes, meet his brother, Quaid. And I was like, are you okay? First of all, you're my best friend.
You're
Yeah.
my best friend.
Yeah, and I was like, let's talk about this. And we got into a whole conversation about the first time we saw Toto Hiko. And
Was he cute? Because that's my guy.
he
Like,
was
honestly,
not. Can I tell you something? He was gay. And he had his like partner with him, so I'm sorry.
I could turn him, but damn it,
Yeah, you wouldn't have. Listen, these
not my
guys.
type. Either way,
You wouldn't have went that one.
Well-
but I tell you what, these
well,
guys.
good on
had
you for making a new friend, because that's hilarious.
Quato. I mean, and it made him even more adorable because sometimes a dog is ugly cute. You know what I mean? Like he looked fucked up.
Yes.
Like maybe one have like all the
Yes.
teeth he moved and the tongue is like that, and you're like, you know what I mean? You're like, look at this fucking guy. Yeah.
I have friends
love
that
that.
have an Affenpinscher, and it's the ugliest, cutest dog you've ever seen in your life. They're those
So
little
what
black
is the
ones with the
Affen part?
bug eyes. It's a black
I know
dog
the pincher
with, like,
part.
Affenpinscher. So it's black with like bug eyes and kind of wiry hair.
I
and
know
it
what you're
looks
talking about. I know what you're talking about.
crazy.
Yeah.
They always look crazy.
You know what it looked like? Have you seen the fucking movie, the most recent Suicide Squad movie?
No.
There's a fucking character in that looks wild. I mean,
Okay.
like crazy, and it looked like one. It's probably based on that fucking.
Well,
dog.
I love Affenpinschers, and they're adorable, but they're those kind of dogs that are like funny and ugly,
Yeah.
cute. You know what I mean?
Even the scariest looking dog, which everybody shriek from. I seen people recoil from this. You ever seen a Mexican hairless?
Yes.
I used to go see this one all the time on Huntington Canyon. And when people would see it, they would almost throw up or whatever. They'd be like, and have the worst reaction. And for some reason, I thought it was cute. In its ugliness, it was cute. And I would call it pat it and touch the body because they feel like a human skin. It's crazy. Well, but I love dog. I just, any dog, even ugly, is cute to me. Somehow.
It's very cute. And by the way, we'll move on. But Dean Diaz says he's watched some of the Farrier videos, and it is interesting to see. So that's him changing the horseshoes. It's very interesting.
He thinks you're talking about furries, and that's a whole different ball game. I think that's what he's talking
VT, good to see you. It's been a minute. It's nice to see you. Okay.
Stop. Vita, what does that stand for?
People are saying, like Spellborn saying pugs are kind of ugly cute. Some people think that.
And I mean, there's so many ugly fucking cute dogs out there. There's so many fucked up looking. Even, there's cats. You ever seen the hairless cats? Some people think they look fucking crazy. Yes. They look great to me. I love them. All the different kind. All the incarnation. Yeah.
Question for you. What'd you think about our boy Khalil, former guest Khalil?
Holy shit, my brother. You want to try? I swear to God, when Khalil is on, he looks like probably the most scariest fighter in the game. Am I wrong? When he puts the finishing touches on people, it looked like he have disdain for that one.
Right.
And then when you hear him talk after, he sounds sensible and nice, And he's such a sweet guy. I mean, I remember going and doing a podcast with him at his Airbnb that he was staying at or whatever. And he couldn't have been just more humble and nice. And then you see him in these fights and he's beating the dog shit out of people. You ever seen that one where he's kicking a guy in the body when he's down and he's just throw a couple extra and you go settle down, stop.
I know.
Stop, you're killing
You're killing him. Well, people, I should put,
you know what I'm saying? He looked like the most violent fighter in history.
100%. Well, that's the whole thing is, so he's a former guest. Somebody in our last show, they were like, you should have Khalil on. I'm like, we did.
Oh, no. We had him, and I've even had him on my old shit.
Yeah, we'll have him back at some point.
He's covered the bases.
He was on episode, I think it's 26, so he's an early adopter. But he's a really great guy, and we talk about.
And he's a good sport. He's a good sport.
Exactly. Well, and it's like what you were just saying too about him being incredibly violent in the octagon, and then when you talk to him outside of it, he's kind of like what we were talking about with Terrance. He's very able to be vulnerable. He's a guy that's open in interviews. He'll cry. He's not afraid of it. People,
and he's a sneaky ladies man. He's a sneaky ladies man.
I think he's married though, so I hope he's not still.
This was years ago, by the way. So, and now that he's married, I'm not going to even say any stuff about that. So
but I can believe it. I can believe it.
I didn't know he was married.
I'm pretty sure he's married or with a girl, but
okay, fair enough.
So we don't need to tell stories about him being a ladies
man.
Don't. I'm sure he was.
Sure don't.
But also, he used to be, Anderson Silva's, he was sort of his protege for quite some time.
Yeah, and I love that he used to be fat. And I mean, he was obese. He was obese. Okay, yeah. He was obese, and he was admittedly a fucking nerd and an outcast in high school. A fucking black nerd that was made fun of. That had a hard fucking time, and he was not shy about going into all that shit. He was like a fat guy. A black, fat, obese goth nerd.
Yeah.
Could you come up with a more undesirable? I mean, and he fucking turned it into this. Kudos.
Yeah, it's amazing. So I'm happy for him, and I like what he said afterwards. That he was saying I really want to get a main event. Because it's true, he's been a company man for quite some time. I mean,
and he haven't had one. There's lesser fighters have had a main event,
Exactly, and he came to us from The Ultimate Fighter. I remember working that finale, and it's so funny because he lost to Andrew Sanchez. But I remember working that finale, and Sanchez basically took him down and kind of held him down a lot. And Khalil didn't have a ground game really, and he couldn't get up. And his mom was screaming. And at one point, he's looking. He's in the middle of the fight. He's like, "Mom." Stop, because she's screaming, get up.
Can you imagine his mom and Chiron Woodley's mom?
Oh my God, yes.
The chew of that Woodley.
One. But what was I going to say? So here's the thing, though, we were talking about with Chris Dawkins, though, is that VT saying, he seems like a great guy, but I think his chin is gone. I don't think he can hang at the UFC level anymore. And that's what we were kind of talking about. So for folks who don't know, Chris Daukaus, you know, he was fighting at heavyweight in the UFC. This was his first fight at light heavyweight. And we were like, well, you come down from heavyweight and then you fight Khalil? Like, you fight a guy that's just like you should have gotten a different guy.
And
Bad management, or you shouldn't have taken that fight. But the whole thing is when he got into the UFC, he had 4 knockouts in a row. So he was like fast tracked. And then they put him up against these big ass dudes like, you know,
and I understand that. I understand because
it's tough.
The problem is Daukaus he is very good. You know what I mean? And this don't mean he sucks. The problem with him is, I think, and rightly so, I think he believes in himself. And I think he thought he was going to hunt through the lighter division, you know? And
he might have thought, I got 4 knockouts in heavyweight. I just need to come down to the smaller guys.
And I respect the confidence in yourself. In this situation, it didn't pay off, but I still respect the attitude. You know what I mean? And I do think he's a very, very, very good fighter. And I think that even though he lost in this situation, I don't think that means his days is numbered or he's a piece of shit or whatever. I think he's still a hell of a fighter. You know, this was just a fucking terrible fucking, I don't know. You know, the problem with the UFC these days is that they have so much talent to choose from. Mm-hmm. They don't mind taking a chance to just throw a guy like him to the fucking wolves. Like, that's how much talent pool they have, where they can afford to go.
But not necessarily at light heavyweight, though. That's the thing to me, though. At light heavyweight, that's one of the quote-unquote weaker divisions in the UFC. And if anything, I would have thought that maybe Chris would have looked to fight somebody not as powerful. Maybe he's still a good guy, obviously a good guy with the name or whatever, but maybe somebody who wasn't known as a power puncher.
But he's desperate now, you know? You got a couple losses in a row. You become, I think that the UFC is like...
Yeah, it might be beggars can't be choosers type thing.
Yeah, it become like that movie, The Hunting Man. They're like, here. They're like, he's like, I'll be back. It's only in a here, huh?
I thought you said The Honey Man. I was like, Honey Man? And then you said...
That's you. You're interested in the Honey Man. I'm the fucking Honey Man.
Are you the Honey Man?
Look.
Well, that's the thing.
You know what I mean? Like,
they kind of eat their own. It's true.
I'm Honey Bear. Wait, who's Honey Bear or Sugar Bear?
Bear. Or Honey Bear. That's from like Beretta. The old Huggy Bear.
No. That's Huggy Bear. No. I'm not like fucking Antonio.
Sugar Bear is something else.
Wait, who is... You know what I am? Who is in charge of Golden Grams? Do they have a character?
Oh, those golden... No, you're thinking of Super Sugar Crit. Super from Sugar Smacks.
Right. That's Sugar Bear. Is that? And then there's Dig'em.
There's a little frog. Dig'em the frog. Is it?
So Sugar Smacks is the bear. Is Sugar Bear. But Honey Smacks is Dig'em. No. Fuck.
Dig'em's different. I don't know.
Help us out, people. But
I don't know if these cereals exist anymore. I don't.
You know what's funny? I had an argument with somebody. We were talking about Pulp Fiction the other day. Yeah. You remember that Eric Stoltz is eating Fruit Brooch? He's eating a cereal called Fruit Brooch. You remember? When he gets the call that like... I
mean, I remember the scene, but I don't remember the cereal box.
That he got a poo butt. Don't bring no poo butt over to my place.
Right.
Now, everybody thought that was a made-up cereal, but what it was the last incarnation.
The Sugar Smacks.
Honey Smacks. So, yeah, I was right. So, Honey Smacks is
What is the name of the frog in Honey Smacks? Dig'em. That's Dig'em.
Yeah, but Sugar Bear was from Sugar Smacks, and I think they discontinued because the name sugar is distasteful. Even though Honey Smacks have just as much sugar or
But
more.
also it's called Smack, like, by the way. like, hello.
No shit.
That's the nickname for heroin, like...
Because they know. And a lot of heroin addicts love Sugar Smacks and Honey
That's what I'm saying. The fact that it's called Smacks in the first place, like...
You know what belongs on that list? You ever had corn pops? Oh, caralho.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those is delicious. But hold on.
Wait, so what was the other one you said? That was honey?
Oh, Fruit Brooch. So because in the thing, people thought it was a made up by, you know, because Tarantino like to make up names. Yes. Like, he have a fake cigarette company called Head Apple or whatever, cigarettes. Fruit Brooch is here. And what Fruit Brooch is it was the last incarnation. So Count Chocula was such a sensation.
Yes.
They came out with Frankenberry,
Of
which
course.
is a fucking fake Frankenstein whose head looked like some kind of dick.
It was the pink one.
Upside down dick or whatever. It's like this.
Right.
But it's really supposed to be a
Oh,
strawberry.
the purple one. Yeah, Frankenberry.
It's supposed to be a strawberry.
Right.
He's like pink. So that's the Frankenberry, okay? And
There was
Chocula-
Blueberry as well.
Okay, but we're gonna get to Blueberry. So first of all, they had a thing going with a Chocula and also Frankenberry, and they was always at each other's throat, like, no, my stereo, yeah, mama. And then there was like, kids is loving this shit, okay? So then they came out with a Blueberry, and Blueberry is of course blueberry flavor, but the gimmick with him is he's a ghost, but he sound like who's the guy from all those old movies like those Humphrey Bogart and stuff, where he's like, oh yes,
Marty Feldman.
no, fuck, I know his name so well. The guy with the eyes, he have eyes like your boy from Reservoir Dogs, you know, like those sleepy eyes. Man, my brain is not working.
I don't know who you're talking about. Sorry.
Oh, master, you know that guy, he talks like this. Peter
I
Lorre.
do know what you're talking.
Peter Lorre.
Peter
You know him,
Lorre,
remember?
okay.
He's like, oh yes, you know that. Anyway, he have a fake Peter Lorre sound, okay?
Right.
Then they tried to come up with some bullshit. Well, no, this is the last one. So then they tried to come out with a werewolf, okay? It's gonna be the werewolf, but nothing came. They couldn't come up with werewolf, werewolf,
Right.
nothing that fit with the cereal and the flavors, okay?
Right.
So they came out with Fruit Brooch, okay? So Fruit Brute, you know? But you know what the thing was? Is the werewolf, when he go, oh, in the commercials, he go, fruit. I swear. He says
But what's
fruit,
the second word?
like Bruche.
Oh, Fruit Brute.
Yeah. Would you
I've
go, what the
never heard
fuck
of
is that? But so that was in the Pulp Fiction.
That's
He's
the
eating
wolf
that.
was supposed to be a fruit.
But
brute.
he goes like this. The werewolf in the night, he goes like that. Fruit. And that's how they justify that one, okay? And then people even went for that shit. But then when they lost us, was they tried to do Yummy Mommy, and then nobody cared for the Yummy Mommy. And Yummy Mommy was like a rainbow. It was like his bandages was all the colors of the rainbow or whatever.
Yeah, no.
And
that's a
like
no for
fruit
me.
stripe, and people was like, now you jump in the shark.
It's
Then
like
people
fruit
was
stripe
like,
gum with the little zebra guy or
yeah.
whatever.
People was like, nah, I'm not now.
You
Yummy
jumped the
Mommy
shark.
now. Yeah. Mm-mm. But fruit
Hey.
brooch, I'm okay with that. I'll allow it.
Speaking of jumping the shark, but first we'll say, hey, Jack Corbo saying, hey, good to see y'all. KB and Uncle Notch, love you guys. Thank you so much.
I love you too, Carbos. Would it kill you to give a donation? Oh, God.
Oh, stop. No, I was going to say
It-
somebody.
Wait, I was gonna say, in lieu of sending something to Maui, maybe you can send something. If you was thinking about dedicate to Maui, send something to us. You know, we've been through a lot too.
Yeah, true. Not true. But I was going to say one thing that somebody said in some comments, you know, and this happens a lot, you know, but hey, you guys are so great. Like, please don't stop doing the show or whatever. But like,
Well, we
you
can't
guys are so
control
great.
that.
You deserve a bigger platform. It's like, tell people, right? Or like sometimes people
Yeah.
tell me, they'll be like, KB, you should be on the morning show for the pay-per-views. I'm like, don't tell me, tell them. Like, I
Yeah, no
thank you, but
No
tell
shit.
them, don't tell me.
Yeah, like, you know what I used to have when I used to be when I used to do more acting and stuff. You go to Thanksgiving. I used to go to Brazilian Thanksgiving, and we'd be carving the toucan, and one of my fucking helpers go, hey, you know what you should do? You should do the same kind of movies Denzel Washington does. I go, you know what? You a fucking genius. I never thought about that. Where have you been all my life? You know, it's like, tell that to the fucking company. Tell that to Sasso B. DeMille or whoever.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we know this show is great. We know it's fun. We know our guest list is way better than, like, Our guest list is ridiculously solid.
Yeah.
And like the only thing is Renato and I only have ourselves to share this. So like share the clips he posts, share the clips I post, tell your friends about it, please, because we need to help spread the word. Like we can only do so much.
One of my favorite fucking stuffs is when someone says some shit like that, and I see the comments, and then I look at their profile, and they not even follow. Forget about subscribing to the fucking thing. They'll be like, comedy genius, da da da, oh caray, blah blah blah. They're not even following me on Instagram, let alone subscribe to the show. And I think to myself, what's going on?
Speaking of Pulp Fiction, now I'm John Travolta in the trench coat, looking around like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like excuse me, you know, like, I don't understand. I don't understand. I think sometimes people don't. Maybe they think about like it's everybody else's job. Like, hey, you gotta subscribe. Let's look out for these guys. But they're like, well, not me, but you know, you guys do that.
Just hit share if you think it's funny. Renato shares really funny clips on his IG. Just hit share, add it to your story. Whatever.
Every once in a while, I'll just see a comment.
Just hit add the story.
Yeah, I'll see a comment on my thing that'll be like, laugh out loud. This guy's a comedy legend. Like crying cheers. Oh my God, I've been following him since the fucking whatever date. And then I look, they're not even following me on Instagram. I go, I don't understand the disconnect. I'm like,
because the other day I started following this account because you know I'm ridiculous and I like puns.
Wait, do you follow me? I'm kidding. Can you imagine if you didn't follow me? The disrespect.
The disrespect. So I started following this account for puns because I really like puns, and I've decided
I know you do.
That I'm gonna stop apologizing for it because I like F it. Like
you're a dad in a woman's body. That's why,
dude. And speaking of which, so the other night, I was staying at my friend's house because the hotels that they put us up in for work sometimes are quite terrible. So I stayed at.
You mean the mochels that they set you up in?
Honestly, people, just let me tell you. Your perception of how I'm living versus how I'm actually living, two very different things.
Listen, I'll tell you, but that's everybody.
Different things.
I was looking at a fucking thing about TLC when they was at the height of their shit, and Left Eye was breaking down what they was making, and it made me feel like I was almost choking up in like
so sad.
They was almost in debt by the time it came. Everything funneled to them. When it came up to them, they was splitting $300,000 a piece.
Yeah, it's crazy
for like their biggest album, and I was like,
"That sucks. It sucks." Yeah, it sucks. I'm not sure what my point was. What I was making on that.
That you stay at a shitty hotel.
Oh, so I went to my friend's house instead. Yeah, and I don't know. Forgot.
The perception versus what people think is happening versus what's really happening. That's what kind of the subject was. Maybe you're gonna him up because guess what? My God is telling me that it's time for me to take a piss in my toilet.
You go do that.
I gotta water the porcelain, caralho.
Just leave the microphone here, please.
Oh yeah, let me do that. Look, I'm gonna do it in front of you. I'm waiting.
My God.
Let me unzip this thing.
You know what? He acts like he's just whatever, man. Whatever. Hey, people saying they remember the Left Eye breakdown and stuff like that. Like that's hey, just go. Get out of here. VT saying when they go in the sauna, they think of sauna in Renato's voice. That is very funny. I don't remember what I had been saying. It was something, I'm sure, completely, totally exciting and information that everybody needed to know. I'm sure it wasn't. But anyway, what was I saying? I checked out of the hotel to go to my friend's house. Oh, well, yes, the perception of how, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So when he gets back, we'll do some Chidi's choice. We have Chidi's take on Aljo versus Sugar Sean and also Zhang Wei Li versus Amanda Lemos. And then there was just a little something I wanted to get to, but I'm actually too. It just hit me like how hungry I am. I didn't eat before the show. I don't. You know how sometimes you come home from work or for whatever. I don't know if people do cheat day, and then cheat day turns into cheat a couple days, and then all of a sudden you look in the mirror, you're like, wow, what happened? So I gain weight very quickly. I have a thyroid issue, so I have to be careful because cheat Sunday turned into two kind of cheat days, because cheat day turned into I didn't realize like it was going to be the kids' last day of summer vacation. That means cake, so we had some cake. So anyway, it's a little bit better now. But now my point is just that I just haven't eaten dinner yet before, and now I'm getting super wicked hungry. And so when we were talking about all that stuff with Terrance, not gonna lie, I was starting to get a little bit hungry. Teen D is hungry. Cheat day is cheat month. Yeah, I can't turn it into it. I'm actually not, Dan. I'm not working this weekend, unfortunately. I'm not on Boston. My next show is Paris. I have a couple weeks off until Paris. Okay, you're back.
Yeah.
I wish I was working Boston. I'm not. I'm bummed. How'd that work out for you?
Well, my forearms is sore because it's like lifting a fire hose or whatever. It's out of control.
Uh-huh.
God, yeah, that thing is like a.
Good for you? I don't know. What am I supposed to say to that?
Good for you. But it's good for you. True, it's good for everybody. You should say good for everybody.
Oh, okay.
Good for the community.
Is it?
It can be. It can be healing.
Hey, okay. I'm not sure how you feel about this one. It's a little. Okay, I'll do co-main event first.
Real quick,
What?
before you do that. You're gonna die.
What?
Okay. You remember what a sensation the fucking Montgomery beef was, the brawl?
Of course, the Montgomery Brawl, yes. Which we broke down with Anthony Smith on last week's show. You should check it out.
So I got obsessed with the fucking brawl, and I was just like enjoying. I mean, I was in tears laughing about all the different shit that people came up with.
Some funny
It was
stuff.
so fucking good. Sounds guilty pleasure, okay?
Totally.
But then I was looking at you know this guy, Haha Davis? Have you ever seen this guy? You probably have, but you might not know his name or whatever. Anyway, he will voice over a lot of videos and shit, and he's very popular. He got a lot of people in there. And then so he had like thousands of comments on that shit. And I was just going through the comments laughing my fucking ass off. You know, the shit that they was calling the guy who was swimming, you know? They was calling
oh
him
my
so
God,
many
the
names.
Aquaman.
Yeah, but on that Aquaman, but they was also calling him you remember what's his name? A Masterpiece fucking brother who got locked up for life or whatever for killing somebody. His name was C Murder.
Oh yes.
Anyway, they was calling him C Murder, like SEA. And then the one that killed me was they called him
that's what I was talking
they
about.
called him Scuba Gooding Jr. And I don't know, it's just simple, it's the simple pleasure. I was dying. Anyway, I was getting lost in these comments, okay?
Right.
Then this fucking guy comes on and he goes, follow go to my my account. He goes, I got a link on there. I made t-shirts that look like a Black Family Reunion t-shirts commemorating the event. And I bought one.
You did.
It hasn't come yet. When it comes, I'm gonna wear it. You're gonna shit you fucking pants when you see this shit.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I have a lot of great shirts in my collection.
Yeah.
This is a doozy.
Well, because I did see some with the white chair and just like, you know.
You have no idea what you have coming for you. So first of all, you have a treat coming. But then there was also a woman, and I missed out. this woman who does like oil paintings
Yeah.
did like a tasteful oil painting, and it commemorate the one where the guy is putting the finishing touches on that fucking bitch.
And he's doing the stomp and the
No, the one where he's putting the chair on that one bitch.
Oh, the
on
chair.
the thing
Yeah.
before he gets busted.
Yeah.
This woman did like an oil painting of that, like of the whole scenario, but that is just making connects on there. It's like legitimately like a Monet or whatever, And I was shitting myself. She sold out already.
Nice. Well, you reminded me
can't
actually
believe
of
it.
what I was losing when I lost my track of is before when we were talking about, hey, if you like us, share our stuff and support us. That's literally what you were talking about, because the pun you said with the shirt with the Aquaman and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying. I checked out of the hotel and I was at my friend's house and I was in tears laughing in bed before I went to bed because I was looking at all these puns on this one guy's account and I'm crying laughing because they're just so funny to me. And there was one that I found so funny, and I'm like, I shared it in my story the next day because that's what you got to do.
Yeah,
if you
I
see
share
something
stuff
funny
all
or
the
whatever,
fucking
like I
time.
shared it because to me it was hilarious.
Yeah, I'm constantly sharing stuff in my stories about God knows what, even people I don't follow.
That's
just
what I'm saying. I do follow them now, but
But shit sometimes comes in my recommendation. If it's funny enough, I'm sharing that shit. You know?
For sure.
Like those Tubi. Every once in a while, somebody will post something. Did you see that thing I posted where it was like a Tubi movie?
Yes, where the guy gets up after he gets killed.
Okay, but that one's great, but I just posted a recent one where this woman shoots this couple, right? Like, she goes, boom, and it's clearly not happening for the guy. It's like added after effect, and they go, and it's like, it must be a cheating thing or something.
Right.
It shoots the woman, shoots the man. Then there's like a child that looks to be about 5 or 6 years old. And she goes, please, no, I'm just a kid. And the woman goes, boom, and shoots her. And she goes, like that. When you can't breathe, you're laughing. I can't. Sometimes I'm like, thank you, God. Like I pray to you. I go, thank you for blessing. Thanks for blessing me today.
Yeah.
And then the first thing I do is I share. I go, I'm not going to deprive the rest of the world from this.
Because it's hilarious.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people forget to do that. They it's almost like they want to keep us for themselves.
I share stuff. I do. All right. Now I'm going to share Chidi's choice for the co-main event this weekend. The champ Zhang Weili versus Amanda Lemos.
Holy shit.
Hello and welcome to another edition of
know
Chidi's Choice today. The Fistivities bearded dragon mascot is choosing the UFC 292 co-main event between the champ Zhang Weili and the challenger Amanda Lemos. This, of course, for the strawweight title. What we do is we put down Chidi, but first we randomize these names in front of a couple of piles of arugula. We're going to put one over there. We're going to put one
with
here.
vinaigrette.
We're going to put Chidi down, and he's
the other with nothing.
His choice. Okay.
Oh shit!
Over to
that was
the
decisive.
Right.
Yeah.
Chidi believes.
Look at his arms.
That. It's hard to do this with one hand, but he believes that Amanda Lemos will pick up
I
the
wouldn't
win.
be surprised in the
We shall
slightest.
see.
I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. Really? She is a fucking beast. I think she's one of those people that we just have yet to see her against like the best. Something tells me she can handle it. I mean,
she's physically imposing for sure.
She is a killer, and she's technically imposing too. And I think it's going to be a war. It's going to be a war.
I think it's going to be a very good fight. Zhang Weili is such a physical specimen.
She is, but if Hose could do it, something tells me Lemos could do it.
Yeah.
And don't be confused just because her name sounds like you're saying like she's a lame-o.
I know.
But she's not lame. She's very good. And let me tell you something. I could imagine Chidi with a little tattoo on his arm. His arm's looking strong. But I think he needed a tattoo. Can we coordinate that at some point?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that against the law? Is that against the rules to give him that?
To give it to a lizard a tattoo? Probably.
You just get him drunk, give him some tequila.
D saying Magnum, that Zhang Weili is strong, but does Lemos kick like a horse and have the timing?
We shall see. It's like, to me, Lemos is one of these people.
But see, Boogeyman saying Weili doesn't F around, which is totally true. She's straight to the point.
Don't get... Wait a second. Don't get me wrong. I think that's a given. We know what a fucking killer she is. We all know that. There's no secret. I think Lemos remind me of one of these people. Like I've said it before. Like the best. I mean, I don't want to put her in the Jean Jones category, but there's certain fighters not unlike Jean Jones, not unlike Conor McGregor, where every point of their success they do so well that you always have to go, yeah, but she ain't gonna do that to this person. Right. Yeah, but not that one. Yeah, but not that one. So the only thing left for us to see is against this. Something tell me she's that good. I could be wrong. You know, we could see her get outclassed. Something tell me she's actually that special.
I think she's very good. I'm not disagreeing with you, and I don't have a dog in the fight in this one. Like I don't.
Me neither. Yeah, I like both the ladies. I love watching both of them. Love watching both of them fight.
Yeah, I love
the best woman to win.
Yeah, they're both very, very talented. I was there in China when Zhang Weili beat Andrade to win the title. Wow. So, like, there's a part of me that has a little bit more connection to her just because
I like her a lot. And
she's so cool. It's the thing about her.
She's incredible.
Me, which is wild. This is like she's one of those people when you look at her, it's like she could have been anything, right? Like any kind of athlete.
Yeah, she's such
a specimen.
Look, she has it. She has it. And I don't think, no matter what happens, it's not going to be easy for either of them. Yeah. But at least I would say, I think Lemos I think she's special. Now, do I think she's a guaranteed win? No. But I think she's a live fucking dog in this one. And let me tell you something. Can I tell you something? I have this thing where, I love the ladies or whatever, okay?
Yeah.
And I don't know which way Lemos swing. Mm-hmm. But let's not beat around the bush. She have a kind of I don't know the better word to say. She have like a dykey look to her.
She's got a more masculine.
Like the short haircut,
like the shorter hair and the
whatever,
and the jaw. Yeah.
But I gotta say, there's something fucking cute about this girl. Mm-hmm. Like there's something, even though, and I don't know what it is because I like women. I don't like a man, but I like these like staunch lesbian. I don't know.
Well, also she's stylish. Like her, she does cool stuff with her hair color.
And you call me crazy. Call me fucking crazy, okay? Even though, now of course I'm fucking up her name. Andrade is clearly a lesbian. Clearly she's the dude in the situation, all that stuff. I can't help but find her to be cute.
But you're also attracted to Alan Jouban then, because people think they look like brother and sister.
Jouban. I don't want
Alan Jouban, Jessica Andrade, and Cristiano Ronaldo all look like the same. They all look related.
I can understand that, but Andrade, she's Andrade.
She is cute.
She's Andrade, but she also has some cakes on there and stuff. So she
has a nice smile and she has pretty eyes.
Jouban don't have those kind of cakes, okay? Jouban and Ronaldo don't got the cake like that. So let's be honest here. But I don't know what it is, but sometimes a very lesbian-y looking woman can be very attractive to you, Uncle Renato. And I'll tell you what, I wasn't unattracted to Raquel Pennington.
I was just going to say, I know you love Rocky.
And she's definitely the dude in the relationship. But I'll tell you what, she wasn't unimpressed with you, Uncle Renato. I do say so myself. She wanted me to marry the two of them or whatever. She wanted me to do the bris. She wanted me to be the rabbi at the birth or whatever. Oh God! I would make sure it's kosher. I provide the Hebrew national.
Okay.
For both of that one, if they're not careful.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and then moving right along before I get ourselves canceled by. Let's see what Chidi thinks for the main event. For the bantamweight title.
Yeah, see, people are saying that I'm not wrong. They said Lemos is cute.
Chidi's choice today,
and she have a little birthmark like a Cindy Crawford. We got more?
Aljamain Sterling.
Oh, shit. Now, this is important.
What we do is we put Chidi down in front of a couple of piles of arugula.
Oh, my God. What's going to happen here?
Is we randomize the names. I'm going to put one here.
Holy shit.
One here.
This could change everything.
Down, and he makes his choice. Okay.
Fuck. He was decisive.
To the right. Chidi believes that. Sugar Sean O'Malley will win at UFC 292. We shall see.
The betting lines just went. He just fucked up all the betting lines.
See, this one hurt me a little, obviously, as a half Jamaican woman, Aljo being Jamaican, and I just really like Aljo, and I have nothing against Sugar Sean. I like Sugar Sean. I just don't like the circumstances under which Aljo is fighting this fight. It's too soon.
What was the circumstance?
That it's too soon. It was a fast turnaround for him, where Sugar
But
Sean's been off.
he didn't took a lot of damage. I think you could look at it as a positive. He's like in the groove. Don't you think? He didn't get fucked up in that fight.
I think
You think he took damage? You think he took damage?
I think
in
it's
that
too
fight?
soon. I think Sugar Sean's been off since last October, November, something like that. And Aljamain just fought recently and had to quickly turn around.
Yeah, but it wasn't
I
the
don't
kind
like
of fight.
it. I personally don't like
wasn't
it, but it doesn't matter what I like.
But Karyn Bryant, let me just hit chart. I don't think it was a slobber knocker. Like I don't think he was. It wasn't.
I don't
like,
care. Can the man have a summer off to enjoy this GD
Oh,
championship?
true, but he don't have to
Can a
take
man
the
have a
fight.
can he have a break? Can he have as much time off?
But
as
he
other
doesn't
champs?
have to do
Can
that.
he have as much time off as other champs get?
He can, but he don't have to do it. I think he wants to do it. You think he don't want to do it? I think he believed it's a wipeout. I
don't think
thinks
he
it's
wanted
a
to fight
wipeout.
him this quickly. No.
But I think he thinks it's a wipeout. I don't think he's scared
I don't think
of
he.
him.
I don't think he. I don't think he can't. I don't think he thinks he can't beat Sean. I think he would have liked more time in between fights.
Fair enough, but I think he's so confident that he's superior. I think that whether he is or not, that's debatable. But I'm saying I think he's confident. I think that he thinks O'Malley's not in his class.
I think he's a much. I think Aljamain should win this fight.
He should, but can
The
I
only
tell you
reason
something?
I think if he doesn't win this fight, I literally think it would be because he didn't have a lot of time to rest after all the long camp for the last fight, then had to quickly turn around and come into this one.
Listen, the way I look at it, I think that
That's me.
I think O'Malley, yeah, on paper for sure, Aljamain should beat him, But I feel the same way about Peter Yan should have beat him, and I think O'Malley's better than people think, I think he's easy to hate and he's easy to dismiss.
I'm a fan of him. I just think
too.
the fight was too soon. Please don't read this as I don't like Sean. Sean's awesome.
Yeah,
He used to come to Fox like he was such a nice kid. Like I'm a fan of the Sugar Show. I just think this fight was too soon. That's all.
You know why? And that you could have a point that I think that also Aljamain want to do it sooner than later too, because I think he don't want to make Dvalishvili or whatever wait. I think he wants.
Well, that's the thing. Aljo's either going to have to change classes.
No, he's going to. He already said
exactly.
it. He said this is his last. This is his it, and then he's gonna leave it up to his boy.
Yeah.
I saw him said that. Yeah.
Yeah. No. They'll never fight each other. So that's like it's.
No, they will not. Yeah. No, he wants to move up and leave it to his boy. Why am I fucking up his name?
Merab Dvalishvili.
Yeah, but how you say the last name?
Dvalishvili.
That's it. Dvalishvili.
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 It's spelled DV, but it's like you pronounce it Dvalishvili.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dvalishvili.
So Boogeyman saying that he agrees with you that he's not worried about it because he thinks that Sean is an easy fight.
I mean, is this the first time I'd be hyped about something? I mean, come on.
And that's what I said, though. I said Aljamain is confident.
You said the opposite.
I said Aljamain is confident because
whatever you said was wrong. Basically, whatever you said was wrong, and then now you're backtracking. It's okay. It's not, hey, look. Sometimes you hung. You went on your time. You look.
Okay, so Lord of the Pies thinks that Aljo's looking past Sugar Sean, though.
I think so too, and I think that's a big mistake. Mm-hmm. I think that once he performed the way he did against Yan, people thought Yan was gonna wipe the floor with fucking O'Malley. Once he showed that performance, all bets is off. I would put the bet of money should be on Aljo, but you cannot hide off O'Malley ever again.
Well, Suavecito saying on paper Aljo beats him 9 out of 10 times.
Fair enough, and I wouldn't even argue with that. But that fucking one chime could happen at the most unopportune chime.
Well, and the thing about it is, if Sean takes advantage, he can fight really long. And the thing is if Aljo's gonna have to, if Aljo's gonna get the submission, he's gonna have to get inside.
Yeah.
If
he's
Sean
also
fights
strange.
long,
he's also strange, dynamic, unpredictable, and also not unlike some other guys that we know of, he gets you in your feelings. He's very hateable. I don't hate him.
I don't either.
I will acknowledge there's certain people who's not hateable. GSP is not hateable. You can either like the way he fights or not like it, but you don't hate him.
Yeah.
Kenny Florian is not hateable. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate O'Malley. I don't hate Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
But either you like them or you fucking despise them. And I don't, if you hated them, I wouldn't go, you are face. I understand why people hate them. I get it.
Yeah, and I think some people... I don't,
but I get why someone would.
Right, and
they brash.
I get it too. Like, if Sean were to win, he would be a really awesome champ. Like, if he did win, he represents a certain demographic, a certain kind of, he could bring in a lot of people. Like, he is a star. That's what I'm saying. I like the kid. So I get it. He would be an entertaining,
he's like
dynamic
a Pete
champion.
Davidson.
And the idea of a fight, either way, even if he lost, but just the idea of a fight of Corey Sandhagen and Sean O'Malley is the dream matchup, right?
That is what I'm intrigued to see. That is what I'm intrigued to see. That's the Matrix. Yeah, I want to see that. That for sure.
Right. So how about this? How about Aljo wins? Aljo wins, but vacates, and then Sugar Sean and Corey just fight for the open title.
Listen, I am a fan of both of these guys. I just want to see a great fucking fight.
Yeah.
I've never met O'Malley personally.
He's great.
Well, you have a man over there?
No, Kiddo's here. I think she's getting her dessert. But no, Sugar Sean, like I said, he used to come by.
You sure she's not trying to sneak a peek at you, Uncle?
Yeah, I'm sure. He used to come by when we were at Fox and stuff. And
don't let her see. Don't let her see your Uncle Hanash, please. Because she's getting older, and we don't even want to put those kind of.
No, and I'm trying. Yes, I need her to wind down for the night and not get excited.
Yeah, for Christ's sake, she's gonna be up all night. She's gonna go down a habit hole of Uncle Hanash clips.
Oh my God, I can't. Here's the thing: I haven't seen him in a minute, but I always liked Sean, and he was always cool. Anything I've ever done with him, he was always cool.
Does Aurora have like a collection of charcoal drawings of your Uncle Hanash or whatever, like a folder?
Nope.
Nope. It was just a stab in the dark. Nope. Okay, anyway, on to the next stuff.
On to the next. So yeah, I'm curious. Okay, so VT saying that Jan had Sugar against the cage, but that Sean defended well, if they remember correctly.
Listen, some people were like, "Oh, he didn't win the fight." I had him 100% winning that fight in my fucking scorecard. So. And, to me, he won that fight. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. But a lot of people are saying the same thing that, like, once Aljo leaves, Merab is a future champ as well.
Listen,
so
Merab is not just look, who the fuck was his last fight against? I can't even remember now.
And then he hurt his hand after it.
But who was the one?
What's his face?
And it was like, was it Peter Yan?
Wasn't it Jan? Yeah, he beat Jan, I thought. Right.
The way he beat him, like he murdered his ass. That was one of the most impressive performance I've ever seen in the UFC.
Well, listen, Jack Corb.
I couldn't have been more impressed, and I was like, anybody who's in that division now should be very, very distraught about that performance. Wow.
Exactly. Joe Bo's just saying he's great, but he just doesn't like that the coaches don't want him to fight each other. But that's like a lot of jams.
What are you gonna do? No, it's not their fault. They're friends.
Exactly. Jack Corpus was saying he agrees with you, Hanach, saying something about O'Malley that makes him despise him. So this guy's rooting for Aljo because he says there's something about Sean that makes him not like him.
Yeah, and I understand. Sometimes a brash, like for instance, Colby Covington is very brash. And I happen to not like him. I don't know why. I just don't like him. Okay? And it's okay. You don't have to like he's got plenty of people who love him. He don't need me to like him. That's just the way life is.
Yep.
And I used to like fucking Prince Nassim Hamed. And he used to make people so angry they would want to fucking jump through the fucking television screen. I can't tell you why that brand of brashness didn't bother me. Why did Muhammad Ali not bother me? Why do certain people can talk shit and I don't mind? Certain other people I go, ugh. shut the fuck up. I don't know why. And some people, I don't like the looks of them. And some people I do. I don't know why, but that's my prerogative, like Bobby Brown.
It's true. It's true. Well, I will say there's a tennis player named Nick Kyrgios who I really like, but he's a young, brash guy, and a lot of people hate him. Right? A lot of people he's a drama queen. He's a this. He's a that. He's disrespectful. He's this, and I'm like, he's fine though, and he can play.
He's light-skinned. John McEnroe. Right? He's the next incarnation of John McEnroe, but light-skinned.
He's fine.
Yeah. Okay, he's fine. Fair enough.
But he's also really good. Like, he's really good. But he also, sometimes he's just like, doesn't care,
But when
and
people
I've been
don't
frustrated
like him,
as a fan of him. There have been times where I could see him like throw a match or whatever, like he gets in his head or just decides he don't be there. And like, I've been frustrated as a fan because there's times when I thought he could win and he gave it away or he did this or that. Yeah. But like, I'm still riding with him,
But if someone said they didn't like him, you wouldn't be like,
I get it.
That's
totally
crazy. Get it. You're like, okay, I get it.
I get it.
It's not like it's not like someone being like Arthur Ashe. You know what I mean? Like you're like, okay, come on.
You
or
you
Pete
don't
Sampras,
like Amanda Ribas? Like, what's wrong with
Sampras or something? It's like, like what? I understand McEnroe,
right?
But like,
you don't like that guy?
Yeah.
Like, you can't not like Defoe, Big Foe. Like, you can't not like that guy if you follow tennis at all. Defoe.
Wait, to be honest, I don't know.
Like, his whole story is like his. Anyway, we're digressing. Anyway, I wanted to get to something else, Renato. Okay. We don't need to go down.
Wait, William Chafar?
No, it's just about. Anyway, here's what I want to get to.
Can you believe people sometimes don't like you, Uncle Hanach? That I can be a polarizing figure. This is shocking to me.
Maybe that's what's holding this show back.
Do you know? It could be. You know who don't like you, Uncle Hanach?
Huh?
Dominic Cruz.
Well, do people like? I mean, is that surprising?
I'm just telling you, he don't like me. I'm just saying it's funny.
Well, you don't. Okay, I was just gonna say you don't know who this guy is, Francis Tiafoe.
Oh well, since he's African, I've seen him before.
Really,
but
good,
I didn't know that was his name.
Yeah, big phone, Francis Tiafoe. He's just really good. He's really
okay.
Good.
So I'm not a crazy Chinese fanatic. So
Right.
I'm not. I only know probably the biggest people because I'm just kind of a casual. I'm a casual.
So
when it comes to tennis, for sure, and like hockey,
But this for people who if they want the
combat sports,
the reference,
combat sport.
This is
basketball.
This is Kyrgios. That's
yeah. Well, I think because of his personality is why I even know who he is. Yeah, and they did like a documentary about him or something recently. That's why I saw something on Netflix or something.
Very cute, Australian and like.
You know why I think you like him? Because he reminds you of somebody.
I don't know.
Look at that one.
Oh, speaking of you and how fly you are. I didn't know if you were aware that some of your favorite clothing is on sale right now, Renato.
Oh, no.
And I thought you might want to be...
Oh, no. What is this? I don't co-sign whatever the fuck's happening here. This is a setup. I'm against this. I'm going to turn off the channel.
I saw this ad, and I just wanted to make sure you were aware.
Is this an old ad? Some stupid shit I did?
No, but I just want you to be aware that there's some men's clothes on sale.
Woo! That's hot. That's fire. Okay, where can I get my hands on that one? Wait, if it's $8.57, what material is it made of?
Shoptimu.com, which by the way,
it's made of asbestos.
Quality men clothing. For the
backup band,
for a friggin', Morris Day in the time.
How can it be that cheap? What could it be? What material could be that cheap? Plutonium?
It's so flammable.
But it have to be made of something that's not good for you. But you can't make it for that price.
Who sees this and goes, oh my God.
I'll tell you who sees that. Go down Malhall. You got stores that's been in business since the fucking 70s that sell this shit. I go, who's buying? How can you stay in business? They sell that kind of stuff. Listen, when I first moved to LA in the early 2000s, okay?
Oh God, it's so funny to me. Though.
I was desperate. Listen. This is something for people to figure out. It's terrible, but I'm gonna tell you something. When I was first starting out and I needed money, my agent used to send me on print work to supplement that shit for commercial and whatever other shit. I got booked a number of times on this thing that's a catalog, okay?
Which one, Spiegel?
No, it's worse than that. It's something called International
Mail. The gay catalog.
Well,
that's like the entree homosexual thing. Like they would get that, and that's how people discovered they were gay.
You know what it basically was? It was like what I didn't know at the time. It was like what you call Victoria's Secret for gay guys.
Yes.
Yeah. The shit. If you could find the stuff, someone would have a handsome. I would have to pay a handsome if someone blackmailed me with these. I'm dressed, and I'm dressed like.
I bet Alan Joban has the same kind of pictures.
Listen, I'm sure. And they all would be shot in Palm Springs. Okay, but so you would go down there, but they paid well, and it was easy.
Crazy.
I'll tell you what, and you didn't have to do no fucking crazy shit. You're just taking pictures. But let me tell you something. I was dressed like Vampire Lestat. There was one where I was wearing something not unlike that, with no shirt, with a shirt. You know the thing in Seinfeld?
Were you wearing red, blue, or black though?
No. None of the color on the website or on the thing, it said Bada. So it was like almost like a yellow. Okay, but check this out. To add insult to injury, I was wearing a shirt that looked like, the famous shirt from Seinfeld. It's like a pirate shirt, like a
yes.
Underneath it, I'm wearing a shirt like that, but unbuttoned like all the way. And I'm in my hand, like a vampire. It might be seductive, like Lestat. He might have like a cup of blood or red wine. Yeah. Instead, since it was like Palm Spring and it was that vibe, I had like a Chablis, like a white wine, like a gay vampire.
Like some kind of daywalker vampire.
Yeah, like I'm gonna bite your dick to get the blood from that one. It was depressing because I came to LA for my dreams to came true, and this wasn't what I had in mind for her.
But here's my question though: did the guy, Renato, who booked you on this job,
they didn't care. I'll tell you what, because
the guy who booked you on this job was this by any chance? Did this happen to be his car, this green one? Because the green one.
What on earth is that?
We have spoken about this. That is the pimp car, folks. The green car here.
Oh no!
Is the one that says "on a mission from God," and the dude is the full-on pimp guy driving it.
You mean Bishop Don Magic Wand?
Bishop Don Magic Wand.
He wouldn't come near any shit like that. Are you kidding me?
Listen, the brown building in the background is actually where Cobrinha's gym is, the jiu-jitsu gym. So there's a boba place there. We stopped off for some boba. But literally, the car pulls in, and it's the one, and it's like "on a mission from God," and it's green. And I'm like, kid, like, I need a picture of that for the show for later.
That's the Bishop.
And he comes in, and he's got like the gold glasses on, and
listen, the green is for the money, the gold is for the honey. I know all about this guy. I told you, I have his fucking autobiography sitting in my bookshelf.
And what I'm saying is people think I'm kidding, but like he literally, like you see that driving around town. Like
I know, I've seen him many times. He's an inspiration of mine, and his biography is called "From Pimp Stick to Pole Pitch," and it's a journey. It's a harrowing journey of self-discovery. But back to this other shit.
That lime green though.
Listen, that's cold-blooded. That's a cold out.
Oh God!
Listen,
always.
He's a legendary pimp. I mean, he is. Which what just came in before I went out of print. I just got my Blu-ray that I've been waiting for. My Blu-ray copy of American Pimp.
Oh, nice.
Because
nice.
that shit's gonna go to print, and I'm gonna be laughing when no one can find it on streaming or nothing, and I'm gonna be like,
Nice.
mwah. Yeah.
Nice.
But anyway,
Oh God.
yeah. So in my earlier days, the lean times,
Oh God.
I did those stuffs, and you know where I drew the line though? I didn't wear because a lot of people was doing the bikini shots and stuff like that, like in the speedos and stuff. And I
Yeah,
said,
there's
listen,
always pool,
I
and
was like, listen, I'll do the vampire Lestat, all that shit. I ain't doing none of the other stuff. I just can't stomach that one. But I was in some stuff that is questionable at best. I'll tell you. And I was just like, listen, it is what it is. It's either I could make that money, like, you know how many tables I would have had to wait, how many shifts I would have had to take to get that kind of money? You know, I needed it. I needed the money. So I was like, if it's gonna be in some dude's bathroom, you know,
and it doesn't bother you that
hey,
because
look,
some people are bothered by the idea that
it is what it is. People could be jerking out to this. I don't fucking know. That's not my problem. You know what I mean? It's like if you're attracted to Yoko Hanash, as long as I don't have to help you, whatever you're doing in your own imagination is your own business, Karyn.
I'm glad for your open mind.
Hey, listen. I mean, how many times have someone told you about shit you was doing in their dream or whatever?
Right.
And you're like, hey, that had nothing to do. They were like, oh, I was killing you, or you was killing somebody, you was doing this and that, and you did this, and I'm like, well, I didn't do none of that shit. So that's in your fucking imagination. So I had nothing to do with that. If you want to fantasize about your Uncle Nash, that's your business, Karyn.
Okay, yes. Okay, so, and I just want to get to this last thing, because speaking of Uncle Hanach, and I love that we're doing this deep dive so we know your past as an international male.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind finding that. I do have one embarrassing thing that I will share with you. Because we're winding down, I'm not going to do it tonight. He might need to show you. Years ago, I did, you know those horrible ghetto beer ads that you might see for like malt liquor or whatever in black neighborhoods, like Con 45, Old English? Coors was trying to corner that market. Coors Light was trying to like, how come black folks don't like this? You know, like we got to
taste disgusting.
Whatever, but also it's not that strong, whatever. And they were like, how can we got to start getting ourselves into the mix, and you know. So they tried to do one that had the same vibe, almost like a Newport or whatever. And it was like some young bloods on a porch, supposedly happy, you know, like they doing some hap, okay? But the ad company that they had doing it was like from France or somewhere out of
so like the people that made
Holland.
the Mentos ad who didn't know anything about it.
Exactly. So they had this cockamamie idea of how, and this was like, let's say, early 2000s when I was desperate for the money.
Right.
They had us on the porch, and it was like, the guy was like, okay, now you're composing your raps or whatever. And so me and this other guy was supposed to be the MC.
Right.
And then they had a guy on keyboards. You wouldn't fucking. And the way they had me dressed was out.
At least it wasn't a guitar, though.
I'm telling you, or like a toy saxophone. Let me tell you something.
So you're on the stoop, but you have a like a keyboard.
I'm telling you what. And me and the dudes who was in this thing, we knew how whack it was, and we was in half the time. We was in we was making each other laugh and we was making fun during the whole shit. The guy on the keyboards, because we had to pantomime the shit. He was like, he had dreads and he was like this. He's like, yo, I'm nice with these. I'm nice on this. And we was like, we couldn't stop laughing. It was, and we were so embarrassed because there was one guy who was like this really good, and I don't know his name, but since I see him in big movies, and I
was literally just gonna say, I wonder if anybody went on to
There's this guy from Africa, and he's in big movies and stuff, and he's this like, you know, Shakespearean trained actor.
Right.
But of course, he comes to America, and they got him in a backwards hat and happy and stuff, and he don't know nothing about. He don't know nothing about this, you know? And they got him, doing more street, whatever.
He's from the Royal Shakespeare Company. And
the way they had me dressed was atrocious. I mean, I'm wearing a cutoff sweatshirt, like sleeveless sweatshirt,
Yeah.
a silver choker, like tight choker, and then baggy jeans with like Timberlands untied.
Right.
It was all over the place.
Backwards hat?
No, my curls, they didn't want to. I had like a natural, like a little fro, with
Okay.
curls. Oh, it was sumptuous. It looked like a genuine or something like that. So
Nice.
they didn't want to fuck with that. They at least had the good sense not to fuck with that. But let me tell you something. You know how you go into like a ghetto, if you was to go to Compton liquor store in Compton on
Yeah.
the counter, they might have like a cardboard setup, like you set up, that's an ad for the booze,
Yes.
and then there's even a place in it where you can hide the price that you charging for it. You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff, like one of those setups,
Yep.
cardboard.
Yeah.
I still have that one.
Nice.
I have the setup.
Nice.
I don't know how I got it. I don't even remember, but like I think I made good with one of the people. And after that, they never. Once you're done with it, they like.
No,
fuck
you never
you,
get
but
any of this stuff.
I think there was like a woman or something who was involved, and I somehow got her to send me a bunch of contact shit from the shoot or whatever, and she sent me even the hard evidence, like the fucking piece, and I've kept it all these years. You will fucking shit yourself when you see this fucking thing.
Okay, nice. Well,
yeah. So we could do a whole episode on this fucking shit.
Well, that's what I was just gonna say, because for those, I've posted about it, but like I have a wall full of VHS tapes, and I have a VHS system, and I was dubbing a bunch of my stuff, and then I stopped for a while. It's been months now, but I got to get back into it. But I'll see your bad rapper on the stoop with your keyboard, and I'll match you. When I played the role in the industrial film. So folks who don't know, there's things called industrial films, which are made for, like, let's say you work at IBM and they want to teach you how to do some of this stuff at IBM. Like they'll make what's called an industrial film. So it's like a movie that they'll show to the employees and they'll maybe teach you some stuff or whatever.
And it's the worst.
So your girl KB,
oh my,
is featured in a video for like the Department of Social Services in I forget where, but I get to play the like drunk, drugged out, bad mom of like a kid, like the irresponsible, like messed up hair.
And
like,
this is not on YouTube?
No, I don't think.
Are you going to please fucking put this out? Do you know how much people would love to see that?
Well, so I haven't seen it in years, but I
and you
know
have it. You have it.
I did see it here. It's in my collection of tapes, and so I haven't seen it, but I will look at it. But there's because there's that where I do remember one thing of like I think I like either kick out a door or like slam through a door, like slam it shut, and I'm like playing like some drunk or whatever irresponsible mom who like left the kids at home or something like that. So I have that, and I have some like commercials and things that I've done. So yeah, I'll look for the Department of Social Services thing. The Social Services thing is pretty funny.
Those are the best. I mean, I will post shit like that I don't even know people in. Like every Labor Day, I post this thing that it's like a workplace safety video.
Yes.
Where it shows all these horrible accidents that can happen to you if you don't pay attention. And they're the fucking worst acting, and they're the funniest shit on earth. Training videos.
Exactly.
A friend of mine got hoped into doing like a Scientology fucking video. Yeah. And he was like, fuck it, I need the money.
Totally.
And like, those are so fucking horrible. There's one that always makes the hounds of like, is some old Vegas buffet shit where they teach you like when you're at the carving station, the guy's like, how's the weather? How's the weather out there? Or whatever. Like, you like sports or whatever? You know what I mean? He's like, have you tried? That's true. But he's like, have you tried the lasagna? It's my favorite.
Well, by the way, people are all calling you the international man of mystery.
Shit.
From all that and saying
listen, there was no mystery. I needed the fucking money. So
but you're saying that you didn't have a turntable on the stoop.
Now, I can't confirm or deny that there was a turntable or not. But all that sticks in my memory is that two things: that there was a keyboardist, and that the guy goes, "Okay, you're composing your reps. He was like, okay, you and him are composing your reps. And I was like, composing my reps? We composing that once now.
Okay, bro.
I'll tell you what, the five of us we were just in tears, laughing the entire day. Yeah, right. I mean, it was a shitty job, but we all knew we were slumming it and we was shitting on our legacies or whatever. But we all knew it's like, hey, it is what it is. We're gonna do this now.
It is what it is.
We're doing this.
It is. Well, I have some things we'll have to get to next time then, because that was all really good. But it's getting kind of late. And hey, listen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a post out about it. But for those who don't know, like, a lot of people who either fought recently or are about to fight have been on our show. We haven't even touched on the fact that Weidman is coming back, Renato.
Oh yeah. I think I'm nervous.
I'm nervous too.
I believe in him, but
so do
I'm so nervous for him. I don't even want to I almost don't want to think about it. You know?
Yeah,
I don't want to jinx it or something.
I'm nervous. I just win or lose, just get through the fight healthy. You know what I mean? Just get through the fight healthy.
Yeah, that's a scary. I feel for that guy, and I like Weidman a lot, and I wish him well. I don't know.
Well, I was gonna say I was gonna put out a post or something, but like we're saying, like Cub Swanson, who just won last week, and he was on our show 2 weeks ago. Anthony Smith is fighting next week, and he was on our show. Like Khalil Roundtree's been on our show. He just picked up a win. Weidman, who's fighting, has been on our show. Cheeto Vera, who's fighting this weekend, has been on our show. Like a lot of the and Pedro Munoz, and all these guys. So it's like a bunch of the people that are fighting or upcoming.
Everybody, and the people who's announcing. I mean, you got Dean Chalmers. I mean, who hasn't been on the fight?
Exactly. Exactly. So the thing about it is, even if you're like, oh, well, you guys are on episode 94 and they were on episode, 37. So why should I care? Like, yeah, we talk about the fight that they might have around the time. But as you can tell, like with Terrance and all this stuff, like we talk about so much other stuff. They really are so much more evergreen than a lot of other podcasts that you could totally still go back and watch and have a great time.
Yeah. There's no other podcast like this. I mean, you couldn't he create it if you wanted to. So,
right.
And it's not everybody's cup of tea, but if it's your cup of tea, if you're watching this now and you enjoying it, there's gonna be other fucking people who like it too. You know, so share it. Don't share it with the people who not gonna like it, but the people who you think would like it, share that shit. Let them know.
That's right.
Because a lot of times people say, "Oh, I hope that you don't quit this one." Well, the only way we would quit it is if nobody's fucking watching it or whatever. But if people, we got the energy. But we need we need to get as much. Right now, we're putting more in than we're getting out.
Yep. Well, this person, Ninja Choke, even saying, how come we're not getting more people in these streams? We're legends, and they're always great conversations. I think something just didn't translate in the but
I understand. But the thing is like, and we doing what we know that you got to build it up, and you got to, there's, it is the way it is in the beginning, but there's only so long that we gonna go putting in more than we're getting back.
Right. So
it's like, we're willing to do that, and we're willing to, it is what it is. But at a certain point, we're gonna go, hey, listen, guys,
Yeah, I need to get
what I'm saying?
Back.
So, if you want to keep it going, fucking help to spread the word here. That's how it works. That's how, Family Guy got canceled very early on, and you know what happened? People was in a fucking uproar because they knew something special was about it, and they literally used to Family Guy.
Oh yeah.
And people protested in front of Fox every day. He had signed. They cared that much. They protested, and they brought the fucking show back.
Yeah.
And now it's in its 100 million, 100th season or whatever. I don't know what fucking season it's in, but it's like, if you like it, you can't. You gotta let people know, because that's the only way. Because we don't have the machine behind us on this one,
And the thing is that I get it. Like, there's a lot of, there's a lot of noise. There's a million podcasts, but ours is different. So
it is different. It is very different. And
with that in mind, Renato, where can people find you on the social medias?
Renato _Laranja. Period.
Okay, so if you're listening to this, if you maybe you've downloaded the audio from somewhere, we also do have this as a visual. If you're watching this, then we have it as an audio download. But so you can find us on YouTube, on Renato's Twitch, over on my Twitter. But you can also find us basically on like most of the places that audio downloads are available, Spotify, all the big ones, Apple Podcasts, all that. But if you're looking at this on YouTube, please hit subscribe and, get the notifications when we post new things. We're here every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock West Coast time, 10 Eastern. So the channel is Karyn Bryant, Karyn, Bryant as in Kobe, no relation, but may he rest in peace. That's also my handle on Twitter, Karyn Bryant. On Instagram, it's KB Heat. But we really do enjoy you guys being here. Terence McKinney was on earlier. If you got here late,
great
and
young
you missed it,
lad.
Yeah, such a good guy, and he
Great
just won
Irish,
on Saturday.
Irish kid, the great Irish kid, black Irish fighter.
Black Irish.
What else?
But yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate all of you, and yeah.
Oh yeah, and I didn't even mention it before. There's some post that you had the other day, and I saved it, and I forgot to even tell you about. I was gonna send to you, and I was like gonna say, "What the fuck is going on?" You Chidi was blasting out of this fucking thing you was wearing.
No.
It looked like you had like double DK. I go, "What the fuck is going on?" I was like, "What is this?" I forgot
just
to
been the angle.
I just thought about it. I almost sent it to you. I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
It must. I think it was after work. I think I.
Do you know the post I'm talking about?
I think was I in a turquoise dress or something?
To be honest, I can't remember.
I did one the other day after work, and I was like, "Hey, these are the bonuses for the fights." And I was out by the octagon, and it must have been the angle. And I think it's because I had to have it at a certain angle because like the lighting was like overhead, and if I didn't hold it low, there was like no light on my face. But I think I know what you're talking about because I shared it, and somebody's like, "When's that OnlyFans coming?" Or like they were like, "I didn't like. Did she say anything?" And I was like, "Oh, they must have been looking at the boobs."
All I know is that you said you always downplay your titties, and I was like, "Wait, am I being gaslighted about your titties?" Yes. I was like, something's not adding up here. So I don't know.
The angles and the this.
I got a bone to pick.
Anyway, I'm sure you had a bone to pick.
I was picking at it myself. Anyway, enough about that.
Don't pick at it. You don't want to get infected. Put some salve on it. I'm sure you won't mind rubbing some salve on it.
Nah, I don't mind. AKA Aquaphora. Wait, Aquaphora. No, but I was like, wow. I was pulling at it. Let's say I was pulling
as
at it.
In your own words, you welcome.
Yeah, well, I am welcome. It was
but you're not welcome, but you welcome.
It was pulled pork. I was pulled that one.
Pulled pork.
I was pulling my own chain. I was pulling my chain. Anyway, okay.
Anyway, folks, thank you so much for being here. We really do
invite the fans to go find that one that I was talking about.
I mean, like I said, I think I know which one you're talking about. I think it's the one I posted after with like the bonus information for the fights. But
fair enough. It was boner. It was boner information as far as I'm concerned. Anyway.
Zing.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Hi-yo. Hey.
Hey-yo. Oh, speaking of that, I've been watching all reruns of the Larry Sanders Show, which I love so much. It's so great.
What's Hank's fucking
Hey now.
Hank
Kingsley. Hey now.
Hank Kingsley is one of the top funniest characters I've seen in any show at all. Hank Kingsley is a piece of shit. That fucking guy.
It's amazing.
I love a character that's a piece of shit. It's my favorite
He's
type
incredible.
Of character.
That show is gold. Anyway, folks, so is ours. And thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you guys joining us.
When the Wu-Chang came on.
Oh, my God.
And he was all, shame the nigga. Shame on a nigga.
Totally. We'll see you later, folks. Thanks for joining us.
Okay. Ciao.
Bye.
Hey now.
Hank Kingsley. That sign says applesauce. Oh, no. It says applause. You see that light?
Oh boy.
Hey now, Hank Kingsley.
Oh boy. He wanted to play Hercules in the fucking animated Hercules. Oh, God.
Oh, so good.
Ciao for now.
Bye, everybody.